Hey y'all, sprinkle, sprinkle. So, welcome. We are here today, and we're going to be talking about they get mad, but then they level up. A lot of people that find my channel may find it and then watch and then get mad at some of the things that I say, but then after a while, it starts to sink in and uh, the information becomes more useful as people experience certain things or realize certain things that they were overlooking before in their relationships, etc., etc. So at first people get mad, but then they level up because they realize what they were doing and they fix it, you know. Men as well, when they are in relationships and they see what doesn't work with women, they either learn and fix it or they keep repeating the same pattern over and over. So it takes a person that is going to take full responsibility for themselves to admit that they may need to do something different. And a lot of people are mature enough to do that. And that's why a lot of the ladies on this channel are successful at leveling up, finding providers, and living there happily ever after. So kudos to y'all. Uh-oh, Miss Sarah. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so I want to shout out someone that sent me a beautiful gift that was on my wish list. Thank you, Miss Lisa. She sent me this cute rug. I mean, it's a blanket, and it's of like a black cat since I have a black cat, and it's kind of for like Halloween and fall. But thank you for sending me this throw blanket. I'm going to be using this definitely when I'm watching movies and stuff this fall season. So thank you, Miss Lisa. She's always in the comments on this channel, so hopefully she sees that or she watches this later. She's not live. In the comments, sprinkle, sprinkle. So thank you. I appreciate it when y'all send me little stuff from my Amazon wish list. Okay, so if y'all haven't realized yet, I have new merch. It's linked in the description bar, and I'm going to link it again here for all my new merch. There are different little new items. So this is a planner. So you can plan all your dust-free activities. Okay, it says Sprinkle Sprinkle. It's a weekly planner. The pages are nice and thick, like cardstock. Not super thick, but like thick enough. And you get your weekly and monthly calendar here. It's not super thick, so you can still write on it, but it's like the good paper that doesn't bleed through. So it's not marked, so you can keep this as long as you want to and just write your own numbers in, which I like because sometimes I fall off from planning and then I have to restart. And then you have like your little note section where you can write notes. So that's good. And it has some stickers in the back for you ladies that like to put little stickers on your planners. There's a sticker page that goes with it. So y'all go ahead and get your Sprinkle Sprinkle Dust Free Era planner. Yeah. All right. Also, if you're more into makeup or beauty products, you can get your Sprinkle Sprinkle Dust Free Era canvas bag. You can put pencils in it. You can travel with it. It has a little zip pocket on this side and a little other type of pocket that doesn't zip on this side. And it's you can wipe it out. It's kind of like spill proof. So if anything spills, you just wipe it right up. It's very large. You can fit a lot of stuff in there, like shampoo or whatever when you travel. So, and it's very sturdy. It has a little handle here in case you want to hold it or clip it onto another piece of luggage. But it says Sprinkle Sprinkle Dust Free. The back is just pink. So y'all go ahead and get that. Oh, Zakia, you said you quit smoking nicotine. Yay. I'm so proud of you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, drop that habit. Live longer too. Okay. Um, I also had, I actually had something made, but it says sprinkle, sprinkle on it for my pickleballing. It's like a towel for like if you sweat or you can wipe your hands on it or whatever. But it's not available, but you know, I do have some towels, sports towel that say sprinkle, sprinkle on it on that uh, merch link. So thanks for supporting y'all. A lot of y'all had already bought a lot of the merch. Okay, so let's talk about how they get mad. I have so many people that are new to my channel and new to my Instagram and new to my you know, way of thinking. So I constantly have to come back and talk to the new people. New people, this is a lifestyle and it's a choice. The sprinkle sprinkle lifestyle is a choice. It's not the law. It's not anything. It's a choice. And some women choose to live it and some women don't. Now, this channel is for people that are choosing to live out that life, change their thinking, and level up to the sprinkle sprinkle way of thinking or lifestyle in order not to have to deal with certain types of men or certain types of relationships or certain types of financial issues in relationships. Okay, that's what this channel is for, and it teaches you how to do it. And we don't follow society's rules over here. You can make your own rules and morals, whatever works for you, and that's fine. But over here, we're kind of a little bit more open-minded, and we don't, you know, try to fit people in a box or say, no, you can't do this and no, you can't do that, because everything is relevant to your personal situation. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people will come here and try to shame the ladies in the comments, especially men who are broke. But when I see other ladies shaming other women because they've been brainwashed and they feel like they have to shame other women, that really hurts me, because you can do the same thing too. You're just afraid, or you're not in a place where you can do that yet. I'll say that. So just keep an open mind and learn instead of, you know, trying to shame someone, and learn from what they're doing, because you can get a lot more out of it if you choose to learn instead of shame, because people aren't going to listen to the same old if it's not working. Okay. And not everybody, like I said, on this channel has the same belief system either. So try to remember that and avoid using that as a tactic of why you're right and someone else is wrong, because that has nothing to do with it. It's all in your personal belief system. Okay. That's true. And thank you, Talia. You got a roommate in Georgia and moved from Indiana. They aren't clean, kitchen filthy, and backwards to come back when I can get my own. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. I don't think I'd ever live with a roommate. I'd have to have my own money before I make any type of moves. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm spoiled that way though. Like, I'm very spoiled. I have to have it all, or I don't want it at all. You know, it has to be good, or I ain't doing it. So I understand. I wouldn't live with them either. But thank you for the sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, yeah. And someone's asking me about the consultations. I no longer do consultations because there'll be too many. I did those back in the day when my channel was still growing, but now it's too large for me to take on everyone and try to do a consultation with y'all. So just too many people. But you know, I appreciate the interest. The Patreon is the best way to contact me and, you know, ask me a question privately. So yeah, my links should be in the description or on one of my other videos in the description. Thank you. Yeah, I just got back from being outside sweating. Um, I didn't do anything with my hair today. Oh my goodness. I'm just like living my best life with my hair as it is. Okay. Anyway. So, but I'm definitely gonna be busting out the wigs again very soon. So don't get used to this look. uh I'm gonna try to make a schedule where I get back early enough to actually do more so that I could be more presentable for you guys. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Channy. Older man wanted your friendship since I'm so beautiful and sees me every day at job. I told him I only accept money and gifts. He wrote me a $2,000 check right there and paid for a trip to LA next month. Okay, Channy, that's what I'm saying. Open mouths get fed, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have to be verbal about what you want. Congrats. Okay. So, uh-huh. Okay, so people will get mad and they will say, you're going to be single for the rest of your life and that's why you're not married, da da da. But they don't really watch my channel, because if they did, they would already know that I'm not single. Oh, Talia, sprinkle, sprinkle. Better to level up for cheaper. Own apartment costs more. I'm looking at the big picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm not leaving until I can afford it. I'm not leaving until I have somebody to pay for it. I'm not going nowhere until I can live in comfort. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I roll. I'm not doing it unless it's 5-star, top tier, uh, room service at the hotel. I can't do certain things. Like, I'm too spoiled. And that's one of the things that leveled up women, or spoiled women, or just women that grew up whose parents spoiled them, that's what they're used to, and they can't accept anything else. They can't move backwards. It hurts. So they tend to wait it out until they get what they want. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't afford an apartment on your own, wait it out until you can. Wait it out until you get a sponsor, until you got a man putting direct deposits in that account. Wait it out, because it's better not to struggle and focus on what you actually want and actually get it. So to me, it should make you more creative in finding ways to fund your own apartment. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say, if you're not spoiled, I know, it's like, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'd rather not go at all if it's not going to be what I want it to be. You know, like, someone will offer me something and I'll ask all the details. And if it's not up to par, I'll just turn it right down, because I'd rather live without it than, have it be something that's not enjoyable for me. Hmm. You said, when you think you're going to be spoiled, that's the lifestyle the universe will give you. Yes. I always said, well, I'm not doing this until everything is paid for. I'm not doing that unless I have this. And usually that's what happens if you really want what you want. So definitely start thinking more in that mindset, and things will happen in order, in a line, so that you could have it. How do you, what? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, everybody. Okay. So the men that come in here and try to down the women for listening to me and saying that they'll be single forever, literally, those men are projecting, because that's how they feel inside. The men feel like they're going to be single forever because they can't get their money up and can't afford the type of woman that they want. And so they end up going from relationship to relationship, pygmisha to pygmisha, can't keep a woman, probably getting people pregnant along the way, and just feel defeated at this point, because now they can't even get a date because they're broke on child support, or nobody wants them because they're not providers. So they come over here and they try to make us miserable because misery loves company. And, because we weren't even bothering anybody, you know, they come over here because misery loves company, and they try to down you and make you feel like, oh, well, I might end up alone if I don't down my standards and go get one of these losers out here. No, it's quite the opposite. They're at the point of desperation where they have to go find a live video to feel better about themselves by downing women that they're actually probably can't even afford. Instead of going to compete with a man, they in here downing women that they can't even compete with, So you have to know those are the weakest of the weak. And you can't take anything they say seriously because literally they're in survival mode. They're not even thinking right. They don't even have the mentality to be a provider. So you can't take anything that they say seriously because they're at their lowest point, actually. Uh-oh. Thank you, Talia. You're 25, you do music, you also want to get married. I feel I need to go to Georgia to start with my youth as fast as possible. Do you agree? I feel like you need to focus on one thing at a time and get the bag. I'm getting the bag first. Everything else can wait. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get married to the bag first. That bag will provide you everything you need. That's what I would do. If I were in your shoes, I'd find me an old rich man or a man that's going to provide all my financial needs. Then do what I need to do, because that's what I did. Then you can focus on your music. You don't have to worry about working. You don't have to worry about paying no rent. You don't have to worry about anything but being creative. So get you a man to fund it first. That's your goal. Then you're set. You don't have to constantly be hoping and wishing and jumping here to here. And oh my gosh, it didn't work. I have to start all over. Just go get you a man that's going to fund everything and live your best life, ma'am. That is what I'm telling you. Because when he starts to fund your life, let's say you make your music and then guess what? Something happens. It starts selling. You're good. But if you constantly have to start over, it's not good. So you need a financial backing, which is the man. Thank you, Heaven. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. And a lot of people who are, in the mindset, well, I don't want to have to depend on a man. I don't want to have to depend on a man. That's why you get married. Because half of his stuff is yours at that point. And you could start your own savings account. You could start a little side business, a side hustle. You can invest some of his money and let it grow and take the profits from it, whatever, But you gotta get grounded first. That way, especially if you're in the music industry, you're not desperate enough to take any deal, but you got options, right? Okay. Yeah. Dust. We were talking about Dusty's getting mad and coming in here and be mad. It ain't our fault, you Dusty. Go get undusty. Okay, they could be researching how to get money, but they're not. Okay. No man wants you 304s, and no women want you Dusty. Goodbye. You're too dusty to be even wanted. Only person that wants you is your mama. Go back home to her. You are wasting your time, breath, and energy when you could be figuring out how to get more money. Like literally. They wake up early, don't have no job to go to, or on their break at the drive-thru, using free Wi-Fi from the neighbor. Like, come on. And I don't know why they don't understand this. Go away. You don't have no money. You're not the target. We don't care about you. Go pick Misha. I mean, as many times as you tell them, they still ain't gonna listen. That's why they ain't got no money, because they don't know how to listen. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Shannon. Remember swimming date the other day. He took me to a steakhouse and gave me 5K. No coochie either. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Shannon, get it, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She got her 5K, her food, and she went swimming. That sounds like a nice day. Congrats. Okay. Why y'all asking me about Russell? Y'all think we be talking and stuff? Russell is good. I'm sure he'll be back up soon. Honestly, I don't want to tell his tea, but I think he moved. So he's moving. That's all I can tell y'all. He's upgrading. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Does that help with y'all's question? Yeah, he moved. Okay. Getting it together. Let's get into why these Dusties are really mad. Dusties, there are plenty of women that want you. They ain't on this channel though. So don't come over here. Bye. Oh, Miss Brent, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your boyfriend's grandma gifted him an Audi. And it's just sitting in the garage now. He says he wants to sell it. How do I convince him to give it to me? Okay, first start asking about if it's insured. Say, are you paying insurance on that? And he'll be like, yes or no. And you're like, oh my gosh, you should let me drive it. Put me on the insurance. I need a car to drive. And plus, you know, you don't have to sell it. We can like use it for something else like me. Yeah, just ask him. Girl, he ain't gonna say no. I mean, what he gonna say no and then you're not gonna give him none? All right. He's gonna say yes. Just ask him in a nice way. Uh-huh. So let me address the reason why Dusty's come here when there's so many pick-me-shoes out there that are waiting for a good man. Dusties aren't good men, and pick-me-shoes aren't good women. Even though that they claim to be good women, a good woman does not mean you cook, clean, and wash clothes and hold a man down and pay half the bills. That does not make a good woman. That makes a dumb woman, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. That's why even Dusties don't want pick-me-shoes, because they don't push them to the next level. Dusties come over here to get yelled at, cussed out, so they can go feel bad about themselves because what they tried to do didn't work over here and it backfires. So they have to face the mirror and either get with it or go back to pick-me-shoe, because they already know they can't get the type of women over here. So they got to go back over there, and they don't want to go over there. So they either have to face the mirror, level up, because somebody needs to tell them. Pick-me-shoe ain't gonna tell them. So I tell them, and y'all tell them, and that's why they come over here, to get the discipline that they need. They need the tough love that only somebody over here will tell them. Over and over and over again. They are not the target. You don't qualify. Go get some money. Pick-me-shoe will just say, oh, come on home, baby. I got some food cooked for you. Here's your video game control. Don't worry, I got the bills. They can't feel like a man living like that, because literally it's still a child in their mind. So, and puts them in their feminine, and they can't feel masculine. That's why they come over here, because they need to be reminded what it is to be a man again. And because pick-me-shoe ain't gonna tell them, because she just want her Dusty to just say she got a man. Oh, heaven, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hello, SHERA. You're 23-year-old, living in Europe, student in the country with little provider, quality man ratio. Should I move to get more opportunities? Of course. You know, that would be the first thing that I ever research before I move anywhere. How much money is in this area, and how many men are, you know, in this? How many men and how much money are in this area? So I would not be in a place where there weren't provider type men. I wouldn't even live there. Okay, let's sprinkle, sprinkle. Lady, y'all need to watch The Disappearing Acts. Okay, is that a movie, man? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, appreciate that. Thank you. So, yeah, men come over here, Dusty's come over here to get checked. So they go back out there and try again. Now, I don't blame them because Picknisha ain't gonna tell him nothing. And if she did tell him something, she's not the type of woman that he's gonna listen to because she's not the type of woman that he even wants. So I don't mind. That's why I don't block all these Dusties in here. I just unless they're saying something very vulgar. But I don't mind the Dusties because I know why they're coming over here. Somebody got to tell them the truth. Okay. So your man gives you everything you want, spoil me, and he says he want me to be more emotional and update him every time. What do I, girl? Then overdo it so that he tells you to back down on it. So if you don't like being more emotional and updating him, then overdo it so he gets sick of it quick, and then he wants you to go back to the old way. Okay. So take it to the extreme. So he tells you, oh, you don't have to be that emotional. And, you could dial it back a bit. In fact, I liked it better when you were less emotional. Then you can go back to being who you are, Always do the extreme when it's something that they ask you to do and you don't want to do it. Always do it to the extreme. So, for example, start crying around them, telling them all some fake stuff that sounds emotional. And every time you go somewhere, text him on his phone, like, I'm walking to my car. I'm opening the car door. I'm starting the engine. Are these enough updates? You know what I'm saying? I'm at a red light. I'm texting while driving. This is dangerous. So yeah, do that. You said it works on dogs too. Yeah. And cats. At 25, how do you stop getting pressured for marriage when you're looking for marrying a rich provider? Okay. You just get you a t-shirt that says sprinkle sprinkle on it, or you just tell people I'm holding out for a full provider. Oh, Tiff Jack, sprinkle sprinkle. Thank you for the super sticker. Y'all know I got t-shirts, right? That say sprinkle sprinkle on them. You can just wear that. Or get you a hat. These hats are sold out now. I have the other sprinkle sprinkle hats that look like this, that sprinkle sprinkle like this on them. You need to get you a sprinkle sprinkle hat, man, so people understand. Oh, Christina, broke, living at home, and going to bars not working. Okay, sounds like my early years. Sprinkle sprinkle. I wasn't really broke because I lived at home, but that's how I met my husband. Keep going, you in the right direction, ma'am. Sprinkle sprinkle. Just look good when you go out. I was actually going to volunteer somewhere where I used to work, but I wasn't working at the time. And I still lived at home with my mom. And I would go out at night and hang out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. People will pay. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like I said, I wasn't going to get out on my own unless it was everything that I wanted, So I will stay at home until I have it all. Sorry. And let me address this. Okay, so when some of these Dusties come in here and call ladies broke because they want men's money, no, women aren't broke. Men are providers. Why else would they want you as a man if you're not going to do the thing that you're supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? So, no, just because we want providers doesn't mean that we're broke. It means that we're looking for a provider. That's literally it. It has none of your business what's in our bank account unless you actually need it because you're not man enough to make the money. It has nothing to do with our account. Okay, so whenever you hear a man say, "Oh, you want to just buy your own," we can, but we want you to be a provider. And if you can't, you're not the target. Get out of our face. Okay. And a lot of men don't realize this. Oh, y'all are broke women. No, we only date providers. We're the opposite of broke, especially in our future. If we avoid dusties and men like y'all, we will never be broke. Okay. Because eventually you're going to need our help. And then where does that leave us? Reaching in our purse to help your dusty butt. Providers are nothing. We don't want you. You're not the target, dust. You're not. Go away. Yes, we can pay for it ourselves, but why spend ours when we can spend a provider man's who is happy to provide? That y'all need to really realize what's happening. Because I think they're literally clueless. They're that dumb. I can't even understand how someone could be that dumb. Like, you're not understanding it. We have money. And even if we didn't, a man will pay for us. We're only holding out for providers. We don't want your dustiness. Go away. Uh-oh. Menu Sprinkle Sprinkle says he's taking you shopping, but wants to watch a movie at his house after. Well, go shopping first. Then have your friend call up with a fake emergency. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? Like, act like you into it and everything. Pick out the movie, buy some popcorn, like the little microwave popcorn, have your movie candy, have your blanket, tell him, like, act like you really into it, have a movie picked out already so he knows that you're really going to do it, and then have your friend call, ma'am. So it looks like you wanted to do it, but you couldn't. You just couldn't. Then lie and say you might be back later. Then call him and say, "Oh my gosh, it's taking so much longer than I wanted. How's the movie?" Then say, "Oh, maybe we can watch it together on FaceTime when I get back home. I'm so sorry. Let's reschedule this for sure. I really wanted to see that movie too." So make it seem like that's what you really want to do. Talk about it the whole day. Act excited, talking about, "I can't wait to get home and snuggled up and get in front of the movie." Then your friend gonna call, girl, right on time. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Make sure your bags are in your car first. Okay. Or suggest going to a movie theater. Okay. You said the Dusties will thank me one day, Venus. Yes, many Dusties have thanked me. I've gotten so many people come in my DMs talking about, "Thank you, SHERA. I used to be a Dusty, and I used to be in your comments, and I finally woke up one day." And then they send me a bunch of money. After they done leveled up and got their money, the Dusties will come back and sprinkle, sprinkle me. I promise. I'm not even lying, because I literally been doing this for so many years, you know. And so I've had Dusties come back and give me money, like large sums, like thousands, hundreds. Okay. Period. So that's why I always continue to address the Dusties and tell them they can do better. They're supposed to be doing better. They need to learn how to flip their money. I mean, they need to find a video to teach them how to get, money quick. I see people out there buying bulk items at like Sam's or Costco and then reselling each individual item for like 10 times more and making a lot of money like that. I've seen the young people buy like a used vending machine and put it like on a college campus or in a park or something, and put like Dollar Tree snacks in there and charge $2-3 for it. So if people are smart, they know how to figure it out. Even if you don't have a vending machine, people just sit there and sell it on a table. I don't know. or they resell stuff online through Amazon. They found at a discount price, or they go thrift shopping and resell stuff at a higher price on Poshmark or whatever. You know, people can figure it out. They just don't want to. They'd rather be upset and mad and complain rather than seek the solution and do something about it. You know, um, not your first business is you're not going to become a billionaire. You're going to do trial and error. You're going to start some, you're going to start different ones. You're going to thrive in some of them, and some of them you won't. It's just, you got to get on the track though, in order to get there eventually, but you will get there. Okay. Because you're literally just doing trial and error, knowing what works and what doesn't work. And once you figure it out and it works, you're set. You're good. And I think a lot of people need to realize that dusty is not a permanent situation. Okay. Okay. So get y'all's money up, Dusties, and stop being mad. Because it's not funny when y'all have kids and can't pay for them kids, and them kids looking at you like, y'all. The sad thing is, like, so many Dusties, they don't realize how dusty they are until their own child looks in their eye and can't get nothing from them that they need. You know what I'm saying? That's when a dusty hits their lowest point, when they can't provide for their own child that they done created, and the child's look of disappointment in their face several times over and over. You know, that's when that's when a dusty should literally wake up, if they haven't awakened. You know, if they haven't awakened before that, because there's nothing worse than being a grown, able-bodied man and can't do nothing for your offspring. It looks pathetic and sad. Oh, Tina, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. So, how to have smooth and clear skin. A lot of times your skin breaks out because of diet, stress, and environment. So you need to figure out those three things. And sometimes it's just, you know, hormones. So you got to figure it out. You go to the dermatologist and they can tell you what it is. Or you could work on your diet, drink more water, and clean your skin more. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. Some people, they do have to go to dermatologists because it could be something that's breaking you out. Some food, something in your environment, or something. Okay. It's not that expensive. You just go and they can at least tell you what to do. You know. And sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, so let's go back to the ladies that get mad. Okay, I've had some people try to send me videos of people that are mad at me, like women that are mad at me. Ma'am, don't send me no videos if them women look worse than me. You already know why they're mad, okay? Don't send me any videos when those women look like who did it and why. Don't send me them. Because it's just silly, okay? Don't send me videos of any woman talking bad about level up and sprinkle, sprinkle. You know why? Because they're just projecting as well, because they paying 50-50 and they're mad, okay? And they have to justify their situation or accept it. And instead of accepting it and looking in the mirror and saying, I'm worth more than this, and the only way I can keep a man is to pay for half of it. Instead of just doing that, they're going to go on the defense. So I don't care. I know why they're doing it. It's not me, it's them, because I don't pay no bills. So I'm not mad. Okay? I want them to not pay bills either. See, I want good for them. I want them not to go 50-50. I want a man to actually provide for them in order to allow them to rest in their feminine as well. That's what I want for them. Even though they say I'm wrong and women should pitch in and do this and do that. That's because they're already doing it. And everything they know would be shattered and wrong if they were to come up with a different way of thinking and a mindset. So they would rather continue on with the 50-50-ness and the pygmy-hood versus learn something different and see if their man really got what it takes and if their man really want them for them instead of just a roommate. So I bring out I make people look in the mirror. Okay. I make people look in the mirror at themselves, because if you don't, then you can't know you got to change. And if you do love providing 50-50 and all that kind of stuff, don't get upset when someone leaves you and you felt like you gave too much, because the women always give more than the man, even if it is a 50-50 relationship. It's more like 70-30 or 80-20, because the woman always does way more than the man anyway. So don't get mad. It's better to stay silent and work on yourself than to get mad, because people are going to see that you're just projecting and defending your way of living, and that's okay. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you was at the car dealership today, Vanessa? You sat next to this man, but he wouldn't talk to me. How do you get him to talk to me, girl? Gotta bring it out. This right here, Heaux Cosmetics. That's how you get them to talk to you. Girl, I was on the court sweating today. This man walked by, interrupted my pickleballing to say hi. Okay. Liquid finesse. It makes people want to talk to you, engage with you, and like you. Okay. The link is in the description bar. Use my code SHERA, all caps, SHERA. This is what you need, man. If you're going out without this, your chances will like zoom higher if you use Heaux Cosmetics. I'm not even lying. Like, if I sit next to anybody, they talking to me if I'm wearing this. I'm sorry. I mean, 90% chance. I know. Okay. Get that, ma'am. Get it. They also have other pheromones that make a man lust after you. So read all the descriptions of her products that she sells and get what you need, ma'am. I'm trying to tell you, that stuff works. I'm not even lying. Every day, every time I use it, every time it works. Okay. And I'm out there at 7:30 in the morning, sweating, and this man comes by. This is the second time he done came by. Hello, hi, like, hi. He working up his courage, I guess. Anyway, but get this, because when the little breeze was going, I was sweating. This stuff was probably permeating through the air. You could smell it a mile away. I don't know. But get some, ma'am. I promise you. You can get the small one, the purse size. The regular size is like this big, or you can get the giant size. This is like the big size. I don't know if the big size is sold out, but they have the smaller ones. Okay. You said you ordered the duo for men? Uh-oh, Gabrielle. Okay, you're going to see. Watch. Put it on right before you go where you need to go. Like, take it with you so you can put on extra too. Okay. Uh-oh, Mira says her husband is Muslim and he wants to marry a second wife, but he is rich and he will still provide for me. Should I worry? I don't care. Look, if I was in y'all's culture, I wouldn't care as long as the man is rich. You know what I'm saying? Marry as many as you want. I don't care. We can all go shopping together. Okay. But they got to be rich, because I'm not there for the man. I'm there for the money. Okay. But I understand if you was in love, that was your husband, um, and now he wants to bring in another woman, that could be hurtful. But if you're there for the money in the first place, then it doesn't really matter because you just okay. Well, only make a deal. Say okay, if you get me this, then you can have another wife. So I would be making deals left and right. Okay, if you get me this, then you can have another. You give me that, you can have another wife. You put this in my account, you can have another wife. Because I don't care about you no more. Anyway, I'm just going to be spending your money. Okay. The name of this is Liquid Finesse Secret Weapon by Heaux Cosmetics. The link is in the description bar, y'all. You scroll down, hit my description where it says more. Click that. Go down to say Heaux Cosmetics. Click on it. Use my coupon code when you check out to save some money. Okay? I promise you, this stuff works. I'm not even lying. You can also use it with other perfume because it doesn't have like a fragrance to it. It's like, you know, it smells like fresh air or something like that. So if you want to pair it with a fragrance, you can pair it with your favorite fragrance. Lately, I've been wearing mine with Alt Bold Love. It's a dupe for Don't Be Shy by Kilian. And this perfume actually retails for, like, the Kilian perfume Don't Be Shy retails for $2.95. You can get this for $39.99, okay, on Alt. I also have this link below if y'all want to get some. They have all different scents and dupes of designer perfumes. Oh, Shamari, Sprinkle Sprinkle, looking beautiful as always. Thank you for helping the girlie. Thank you. I appreciate your Sprinkle Sprinkle. So, I'm smelling good. And expensive for less. Okay. Yeah. You say you're about to go to the gym on the rich side of town, Sydney? Please give me some advice on what I should look for. Parking lot, girl. Look for nice cars in the parking lot. Park to a nice car. Park next to a nice car if you can. Okay. I used to play a game where I would try to guess whose car was the nicest car in the parking lot when I got into the gym and I saw everybody. I don't know who this car is. And see, our gym had like windows, so you could see the people walking to their car. So then I would find out who car it was, what time they got there, what time they left. I checked the time, like, okay, he must have got here a couple of minutes earlier than me because he's leaving at this time. So I need to come earlier, park next to him, leave at the same time. Or you could drop something and have someone pick it up that you think might have some more money. Look at their watches if they're wearing it. It's hard to tell sometimes in the gym. They have to have this confident walk. If they're on the rich side of town, most likely they got money, especially if it's early. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're gonna find more money earlier. So try to go early. Okay. You said you're a maid in a wealthy area. You always wear bodycon dresses to work, always long and decent. Is that classy? I mean, I don't think a bodycon dress is classy. I feel like it does get attention, but I wouldn't label it classy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But I'm sure that they'd rather watch you clean in that than whatever else you would have probably worn. Okay. You said you'd be salty when you see a nice car and a girl's driving it. Yeah, silly. True though. Oh, Chloe, thank you, girl. We in IDR. I'm going to visit his city next month, but he seemed like he doesn't want to introduce me to his family. What can I do? Act to make him want to introduce me. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, I wouldn't want to meet his family because I don't care to meet his family. The reason why is because if he's not introducing you to his family, he doesn't want you to meet them. Keep that in mind. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just listen to what he's telling you in a roundabout way. Just pay attention to what he's doing. And so you can get a better understanding of the relationship. Okay? So what he's telling you is, I'm not introducing you to my family. Think about that for a second. And understand your place. Your place is where he is putting you. He's telling you in a roundabout way, you're not meeting my family. I don't want you to meet my family. You're probably not the one. So get some nice gifts, spend a lot of his money, and do all the other stuff. Don't even ask to meet his family. Okay? Act like you don't even care. Just get his money, man. Because that's what he's trying to tell you. You're not there to meet this family. Sometimes we got to listen to understand instead of saying the man is at fault. If you understand your position, he's told you, and you continue to feel that way about him, it's your fault. So just get his money and use him for his money. All right. The Lux spray size is sold out. I'm so sorry. Get the smaller one. I have the smaller one in my purse. It's like this small. And then there's one that's about this big. So, let me see. I have like a bunch of other ones too. That's just what I carry around to, you know, finesse my way through life. So the one in the purse is like this small, the purse size or the travel size. I'm already out of this and I'm on my second bottle of this. So, this is the smaller size. And then I have like a set. It's called Secret Weapon. One of them is in my purse right now. But the Secret Weapon, these are roll-on oils with pheromones that will also attract. This is the normal size of the Liquid Finesse. So this is a full-size Liquid Finesse. And then the roll-ons look like this. And this one in particular, that's why it's not used. This one is to attract women. So I might give this to somebody, a man that I know that needs some help one day. But these are to attract men in lustful ways. This other one, this one is called, hold on. I have to get my magnifying glass because the words are so small. Provocateur. This one is Provocateur. And this one is Please Her. So I think the Please Her is for the men. Okay, so men can get this stuff too. You know what I'm saying? They have some that work for men. Date older guy friends. They noticed 50K watch, wanted to go strip club, wasn't going to bring him. He wants to see me all the time. Okay, well, get his money, man. Make it worth your time. Okay, you got to make it worth your time. So, yeah, y'all get y'all some of that Secret Weapon by Heaux and Liquid Finesse. Oh, Lady Fairfax, Sprinkle Sprinkle, thanks for being a new member. How to stop getting nervous when men offer me money? I don't want to act too eager. Just say, oh, sure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like it's no big deal. Like it's a piece of gum. Okay. The Provocateur smells amazing. Okay. Anyway. Does young, rich, and provider go together? Yeah, but you got to add I mean, like it all goes together, but you're not going to be able, they're going to have more options. Here's the thing. Rich and old, you're their option. They have less options. Rich and young, they have way more options. So if you don't want to compete with a bunch of other options, better to go rich and old because they're more likely to spoil you and give you what you want and think you're the prize. Uh-oh. Asta, thank you for being for the super sticker. So it just all depends on what you want to deal with, you know? Like think about this. You got an old rich man and a young rich man. One makes a date with you. Let's say the young guy makes a date with you and then cancels because of something came up. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, he's with another woman. Oh, she's going to be his wife. Oh, he's going to forget about me. Oh, he's cheating. But see, when it's with an older man, it's like, oh, okay, that's fine because I'll go out with my friends and have fun and be with my side dude. The old man going to be asleep by 9 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or, oh, he'll just take me shopping to make up for it tomorrow and whatever. So you don't really care as much because when it's with the younger guy, it's like, I thought you were the one. Because like when you're with the older man, it's only literally for his money. Oh, carrying sprinkle. You're 20, want to live in the U.S. for a year. What states do you recommend for providing husband? Should I study or work dating apps prior? Well, it depends on what temperature you like because states in the U.S., they're very different. They're like whole other countries. So you like hot weather? You like the South? It's always hot and humid or just really hot in the southern states. So if you like heat, I suggest definitely Texas. Dallas or Houston, they got the money. If you like tropical party colors, BBLs, go to Miami. If you like Latino men and drug dealers and Fashion Nova models and BBLs, go to Miami. Okay. If you like sophisticated, extra, bougie, I would say go to like the East Coast somewhere in the rich area, one of the East Coast states that have beaches or something like that. Don't somebody says stay away from Atlanta. Some people want to go to California, but it's overpopulated and lots of competition. But if that's what you want to experience, but have fun. Maybe y'all can put some extra help in the comments and help her figure out where she can go. Somebody said North Carolina. Okay. Connecticut. Somebody said stay away from Cleveland. Okay. Maryland, Martha's Vineyard. Okay, that sounds nice. Get you some rich bougie men with sailboats. Okay. Maine or northern states if you like beautiful waterfalls and cold weather. You say you don't feel sexy and confident wearing glasses. Any thoughts and experience on LASIK for alternatives? Well, do what you got to do, man. I mean, they also make contact lenses. How do pheromones work? They give an effect to what? Okay. They just work like magic, literally, in my opinion. Like it's something that snares their senses and makes them just like attracted to you, want to talk to you and just give you more attention. Like it's just crazy. Like you get way more attention than anybody else around you. That's sure. Especially if you look good, you get extra. Okay. So that's all I can tell you. Without going into too much detail, you're going to stand out in the crowd, or you're going to be the most, targeted woman in the vicinity. I don't know. Perhaps you should look up the science of it. You said how to turn a stingy man into a provider? Put this on right before you ask him for something, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Telling you, every time I wear it, somebody want to buy me something. Okay. Uh-oh, he gave you his credit card to purchase one thing. How do I get full spending access? Purchase one thing that's very expensive, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this, what we were talking about. They get mad when, and then they level up. Okay, so they get mad and then they level up. So for married people, I know some of y'all are in here. Wives, y'all should know this by now if you've been married a long time. When you get mad at your husband and you tell him stuff that he needs to be doing, he might get mad and argue back for a second, but then he's going to go take care of what needs to be done that you were mad about. It's the same thing. This is how I know a lot, and like how men usually think, because I live with one. And they'll get mad at first, but then they'll handle their business if they really like you. You know what I'm saying? Or if they want to make you happy, or if they want to make things right, they'll handle their business. So they may get mad at first, but they're going to handle their business. So never let up, never change your standards, because if you change your standards, then they see that you're not sticking to what you said. You don't know what you want. They don't know what direction to go in, and so you're just making it more complicated and confusing if you're trying to be too nice or not keeping your standards. Because if you keep your standards, you make them better because they have to continuously meet your standards. This is part of why married men are more successful, more disciplined, and are better providers, because the woman keeps them accountable, because her standards are high and they can't start slacking. See? So the woman's standards are high. The husband can't be nothing but meet those standards and get better and better, because if those are just the standards, that means that's the lowest point. That's the lowest point. And so in order to impress her, he's got to go above and beyond the standards, not just meet the standards. But this is why married men literally get better when they marry non-pygmishas and non-Barbara the Builder, because them standards don't move. Okay? And that forces the man to become better. It forces him to level up. It forces him to get more, to do better, to do more. Because your standards are bare minimum, the bare minimum that you will accept. So this is why a lot of men that can't afford marriage, or women with high standards, that's why they get mad, because they want to take your standards, which are the bare minimum that you will accept, and bring them way down so they can impress you with things below your standards. It's a trick. You see, if your standards are this high and a man says, oh, your standards are too high, you're never going to find anyone. So if you're a Pygmisha or a Barbara the Builder, you're going to lower your standards way down to here. And then that man can come and do all the things below standard, your original standards, and you'll be dumb enough to be impressed. Meanwhile, the woman whose standards stayed up here is getting above and beyond what her standards were for the rest of her life. And meanwhile, the woman who lowered her standards is getting less than what she had as standards for the rest of her life. So you got to figure it out. You can't get mad. You got to figure it out. Okay. Yeah, standards are stiff. Exactly. You don't bend them. If they can't meet them, they got to go. On to the next. And it's not like a lot of women don't realize it's not a flex to say you have a man if he's broke. You should just say you're single. It ain't a flex. Okay. If you're married to, like, a lot of people gonna get mad about this, but I don't care. I'm here to ruffle feathers. If you're married to a broke man, you might as well take off your ring when you go out. I'm just helping y'all. Okay. You might as well just take it out. Nobody gonna be mad at you for doing it. In fact, people will be like, why don't you take off her ring when she go out? You might meet somebody better. If your man is broke and you're married to him, you can take that ring off at any time. Nobody will be mad at you, I promise, except for him. Okay. That's just the truth. You know it. Oh, Esther, thank you for being a new member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said married to dust. Exactly. I'll be like, girl, I'm glad you finally took that ring off. Now you can meet some real men. Okay. You said how to stop feeling bad about not working if you want to be a stay-at-home mom. Honestly, your man is going to have the time to level himself up to be a full provider. And so what you're really doing is helping your family in the long run by forcing him to level up while you stay home with your child. You shouldn't feel bad about it. You should feel bad. I would feel more bad about putting my kid in daycare than not working. Okay. Because daycare gonna cost a lot of money anyway. It might be, I don't know how much you earn, but some of those daycares get expensive. So it might be cheaper for you to actually stay home, honestly. And I would feel more guilty and worried about leaving my kid with strangers all day if I had the choice. Stay home, girl, and stop feeling guilty. Society makes women feel guilty for being women. So you're going to feel guilty no matter what. If you change your mindset and change the way you think and think of yourself as the reason why society exists, you probably won't feel guilty at that anymore. You are the reason society even exists. So don't even feel guilty, man. You are how everything, you are how every person gets here. So relax, man. Make the man go do what he's supposed to do. All right. How long should it take to level up mentally and physically, ideally? However long you take. Everybody is different. Everybody's different. And it's a continuous level up. You're going to continuously be learning. You're going to continuously be thriving and doing better and changing. It's a complete lifestyle change. You're going to continuously keep going. Where you feel comfortable, venturing out more is up to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's forever. It's a constant thing, because if we're not constantly improving ourselves or doing more, or learning new things, I should say, then we're stuck and stagnant. So continuous leveling up, learning, and doing better. But it's okay to enjoy where you've gotten. Like, it's okay to take a little time to enjoy your success and your level up, but then get back on it whenever you feel like it's time, Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you just ended things with your fiance yesterday. Should you pay him back for paying my debt? No, he can't give you your time back. No, thanks. You're not going to pay anybody. Any woman that wants to pay a man back doesn't love herself because you already paid, ma'am. You were in his presence long enough. That was the payment. Okay. The payment was he got to know you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We don't give money back, ma'am. If y'all are asking me about movies, I haven't watched any good movies lately. So I haven't seen anything that y'all are asking me about. I'm gonna see if anybody sent my Cash App. I'm just ignoring my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. You said fall is coming. Yes. Cuffing season, eh? Everybody wants to get warmed up and snuggle with their significant other or their new boo or whatever. Yeah, it's time. Everybody's gonna be looking for a girlfriend right around September. So y'all get out there, ladies. Holiday season is coming up. You're gonna be able to get your gifts, go to different parties and holiday functions and whatnot. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say your provider man is too jealous and protective. What to do? Do the same thing to him, but worse. So you become overly protective. No, you become overly jealous as well and protective. See how it feels to be that type of person. See what he feels like when he has to experience it, and he'll ease up on you. Someone says, get rid of the dust before fall. Exactly. Because I don't want y'all coming here around Christmas time and New Year's talking about he didn't give me no Christmas present or whatever, whatever. Or, I don't want to hear none of that. So y'all get rid of them dusts before the holidays. And it'll save you a lot of money too, because you won't feel obligated to buy them anything. He said, what about countries and girls are allowed to date if they are engaged? Okay, then go for the rich. I don't honestly, every time you ask me a question about dating or engagement, make sure you just go for the money. Okay, because that's what's going to be more important in the long run anyway, because believe me. Uh-oh, Phoenix, sprinkle, sprinkle. You have a basic car, want to become regular in some, what? Want to become a regular in some of the rich areas. Should I park further away from establishments? What to say when they ask where you live? I've gotten this before. Okay. Regular car, as long as your car is clean and not super old, you should be fine to park anywhere. Because a lot of rich people also drive regular cars. So you should be, as long as it's clean, not dented, and fairly not super old, you should be all right. Just say you look for a street or something that's really long and has a lot of places on it, and just say that street. Or look for a neighborhood or condos or something in that area and say you live there. Okay. But you might be moving soon. That way they can't really find you and track you down or hold you to one location very long. If you should get to know them, they will be like, oh, well, I thought you lived over here. Oh yeah, I told you I was moving, remember? So always find a street with a lot of places on there. Find a place that looks like you can probably afford, and say that you live there. And then it doesn't have to be a house. It could just be like a condo or a high rise or something, And then so you might be moving soon. That way they can't really hold you to where you said you lived. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, if you have a luxury car. A lot of people keep their luxury cars for a longer time, pass them down to their kids, or keep them to, collect or as a classic or something like that. So that's more understandable. Who said you got you a hardworking African man, the truth teller? Okay, then, girl, get it. So you broke up with him a month ago because he wouldn't meet your standards and expectations. He asked me to give him a chance. I refused. I asked him to contact. Okay. Well, I mean, your standards are your standards, man. Remember that. Remember what I said earlier in the video. I know you're talking to Kira, but remember what I said earlier in the video. You can't lower your standards because all they'll be doing is things that aren't impressive to you. If your standards are this high and then you lower them, everything they do to your standard or slightly above is still going to be beneath your standards. So you'll never be happy. Never. And so a lot of people will say, well, it's better to be with somebody that you love or somebody, normal than be with somebody that can meet your standards. No, it's not, because you'll never be happy if your standards were up here in the beginning. So you better make sure, remember who you are and what you like and what you expect. That's what you should really think about. Always have men meet your standards or go away. You said you got mad at your husband and told him to get us a bigger apartment, and he said yes. Oh, Andrea, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do. Get mad, and they'll man up. They'll get it right. They'll level it up for you because they know the next step of anger is withholding or looking for something else. Especially if you're married. They're like, okay, she's not gonna give me none. She's not gonna be happy. She's always gonna be fussing. Happy wife, happy life. They gotta level you up, man. Um, why are some old men still looking for a pig Misha? Because that's what they were used to. And they want something for free. Just because they have money don't mean they want to spend it all the time. If they can find something for cheaper with lower standards, that's what they're going to go for. Those are bargain shoppers, So make sure you understand. Are you on a clearance bargain rack, or are you couture? You pick, because everybody has their own budget, ma'am. Everybody has their own budget and expectation. Just because a man has money doesn't mean he wants to spend it. And just because a man is not a millionaire doesn't mean he won't provide. I mean, the funny thing is, a lot of the girls or the pygmies or the Dusties be like, your man's not even a millionaire. He's not even a billionaire or a millionaire. Yeah, but I'm sure he's giving me way more than some of these girls who are dating millionaires. Think about that. So, I can get way more out of James than a lot of women can get out of the millionaires that they're dating. They may never marry, you know, or the millionaires that they're married to, that they can't touch the money and they only get, this, and that. Or, I've been provided for most of my life. I've never struggled. Like, I went from my mom's house straight to James, you know, house, who I'm married to. So I've always been taken care of. And I feel like a lot of women should get to experience that and not have to struggle and not have to worry about anything. I'm not I'm not saying that I should be with someone just because of their millionaire or billionaire status. I mean, anybody can become a millionaire or a billionaire with the right investments. I mean, James could literally become a millionaire if he chose the right investments or is choosing the right investments or whatever. Uh, if you add up all your assets, literally, most people could be a millionaire and not even know it if you just add up your assets. So Uh-oh, this guy stopped talking to you because of the way I acted, but I feel like he still wants me back since he quick to view my stuff. What should I do? Move on and stop looking backwards. That man sounds like he wants you to chase him and he's still curious about what you're doing. So give him a good show. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Give him a good show that you're moving on, man. We don't assume a man wants us. They will let us know. So I think if you added up all the assets, I mean, probably could be worth $1 million. But I don't be counting the money. I just be counting what they spend it. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Besides, the kids are just gonna get it anyway. A lot of people don't realize, like, when people make money and they have kids, most of that money is gonna go to the children. They're gonna get it. They're gonna inherit it. They're gonna live a good life. Especially if you're not one of those people that like to floss and you know uh, show off for the camera and things like that. Um, which I don't believe in. I believe in you know modesty when it comes to your wealth and your money, because if you're able to fund a generation or two after versus flossing online with stuff bought on credit, I think that's more um, impressive. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can all the Pygmishas and Barbaras donate to charity and the homeless instead of spending money on Dusties? No, because they can't say that they have a man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said building generational wealth, 100% no flexing online. Exactly. I already know a lot of people that flex online are in debt. It's like makes no sense. Okay. And flex on paper. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said you're not extremely beautiful, so you can't date a rich guy? Well, there's a lot of ugly rich guys out there who don't want to date extremely beautiful women either because it makes them look extremely ugly. So they want someone that looks nice. They don't have to be a supermodel. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like a lot of people have a misconception of what a rich man will date. That is so crazy. I see rich people dating ugly chicks. I see rich people dating beautiful chicks. I see rich people dating average chicks. It's all about how you get along, what you have in common in your circles. Okay. So get in where you fit in, you know. Um, Ashley, you have a friend that's a pick Misha and we keep getting into arguments about dating. Can I level up woman be friends with a pick Misha? No, but just don't talk about dating. Just don't talk about dating. Just say, okay, you know what? Since we don't agree on dating, let's just not talk about dating. Let's talk about everything else and take dating off the table when it comes to that friend because y'all are never gonna agree. And just live your life by example, and maybe she'll learn that way. But you can't argue with a girl who's not awake and wants to be a pygmy. She has to learn on her own. She has to experience something to where she wants to change her ways. Okay. You said you could never respect a pygmy. Well, some people's lives are different than yours. Like I said, sprinkle sprinkle is a lifestyle. Not everybody is going to be able to do that because they've already agreed to lower standards. So a lot of times they'll just defend their decision rather than change. You said this man asked for a picture of your new nails that he didn't pay for. Just say, okay, only if you pay for the next set, I'll give you a picture and then send your cash out. You say you have a jealous friend who's trying to be you. What should you do? Honestly, I don't know how. I it wouldn't bother me because it's flattering. It's like, oh yeah, I know. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be me? Why wouldn't you want to be like me? Obviously, you're the role model. So it's your job now to level up. Let her be the old you. You be the new you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Cannot stand when they do the LL pay for your nail. Exactly. Oh, thank you, Austin. Austin sent me a Cash App. Hold on. I'm sorry, my ringer's off and I did not hear. Let me see if there's a question. Okay, Austin says, for I'm a provider in love, but getting no affection. Aw. And she shows no love. What do I do? Oh, you buy her more things. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, honestly, Austin, you got to pay attention to what she says. Like, women talk a lot. And if you're a good listener as a man, even if you are a provider and she's used to getting everything you want, you got to listen to see what she really likes, the things that she's into currently. Buy her flowers, listen to what she's talking about, what she's into, buy her a nice little gift about what she's into, or plan a date about, around surrounding something that she's really getting into lately. You got to listen to women because women are going to talk and you just have to pick up on what they want. So being a provider, most of the time rich men aren't looking for all that lovey-dovey stuff because they're busy and they're using their money as a compensation for emotional and time, emotional, whatever, and time. So now if you want emotion, you got to give it to her first. You got to become emotionally attached to her even more by paying close attention to what she likes, what she's into, what she wants, and showing her that you're listening, showing her that you pay attention, showing her that you know what she likes, what's her favorite flowers, what's her favorite scent, what's her favorite meal, what's her favorite restaurant. Like, you got to be like on it for her to open up emotionally because she doesn't trust, it seems like she doesn't trust men or she doesn't trust you. So you got to let her know that you're paying attention and she's the one. And the one you would really pay close attention to and get to know her on all levels, things she likes, things she's into, things that she would appreciate, and you would keep trying. So you got to have to put in a lot of work. Your money is not going to buy emotional support. It just never does. It's just going to buy her presence. Okay? And I'm telling you. Uh-oh. Sponge ASMR, sprinkle, sprinkle. Should you quit your 9 to 5? You have a sugar daddy that's that it's my rent, not my car though. I have a small business I'd like to work more on and I have a child. Okay. I'm not quitting anything unless my savings account looks crazy. And I have a sugar daddy that's going to pay whatever bills I need him to pay. I'm not going to struggle. I'm not going to risk struggle. So I'm always going to tell people, do it the most comfortable and easiest way that you can. If you're a risk taker, it's different when you have a child. I mean, if you were single, you could go for it, but you have a child that you got to worry about. So I would definitely maybe add another sugar daddy to that roster if you're going to quit. Okay. And start saving your money a couple of months before you quit so that you can have something. Yeah. So Austin, she doesn't trust you emotionally. When I say trust, I don't mean like she doesn't trust you not to cheat or anything. She doesn't trust you emotionally. Like, she doesn't want to get close to you because she doesn't think that you know her or you're not trying to get close to her by knowing her and paying attention. So you got to become all romantical. You got to pay attention and you got to do the things. You got to do all the corny and cheesy things that most men don't like to do if you want some genuine emotional attachment. Oh, Ange, sprinkle, sprinkle. You fell for your provider boyfriend. He used to give me money, but now that I'm emotionally invested, he doesn't as much. How can I have him invest in me? Become emotionally detached. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When a man sees that you're pulling away emotionally, that's when he starts paying attention. Okay? So pull away emotionally all the way back and see what he tries to do. I'm sure he'll improve, or next time you ask him for something, he'll probably give in. Oh, poor Claire, sprinkle, sprinkle. How often should I make a boyfriend get tested for STDs? What about a husband? From what I hear, I don't know. I want to have, okay. Make it like like y'all need to agree on like how often you should do it. Both of y'all need to sit down and have a talk and say, okay, we live in this day and age. I know it's crazy. I trust you and everything. But just to be on the safe side, I think we should have like make it a party night or a date night or a game night. You know what I'm saying? So every night on this date, we're gonna get one of them little kits, play, cards or whatever games y'all like to play, drink wine or do whatever, and then we're gonna test ourselves. So you could call it, game night. And on game night, you get tested. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. So make it into something fun that they look forward to versus something that they don't look forward to. Uh-oh, thank you, Masquerade, for the super sticker. Say, okay, and we'll get all our favorite snacks and we'll have fun and we'll test ourselves. And, this will be a good thing we can teach our, if this is your husband, we can teach our kids in the future, or this is just a good practice. I learned this from, like, name somebody that's impressive. I don't know. Lie. But just have it like a game or a date night, and they'll look forward to it. Okay. Okay, you got 20K in your savings. I really just want to move. You want more time with your daughter. Okay, well then if you got a good savings, then I would always make sure that I continuously have money coming in as well. Even if it's not as much as your job would bring in, just something. So if your small business is making business, enough that's coming in, then great. Yeah, then go for it. Okay. If you're a side chick, to marry a man is a pygmisha move. What? If you're a side chick to a married man, no, it's not, because you could have a side dude. I used to be a side chick. Honestly, just because you're a side chick don't mean you ain't got no side dude. And the married man you're dating could be your side dude. So y'all got to think about this. As long as you're getting money, as long as you're leveling up, as long as your bank account is looking good, it doesn't matter the position you're playing, because eventually you're going to get everything you want anyway. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, I know. It's the position that you play, like I said, we're not shaming people for how they get their money and how they deal in their relationships. Because some of them pygmishas, or you're calling them, they don't pay a dime. Or I wouldn't even call them a pygmisha, a side chick. They're a side chick for a reason, because they're probably not paying bills. I don't care. Like you said, there's no honor to that. Well, I'm not here for honor. I'm here for money, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not dating for honor. I'm dating for money. I'm not a side chick for honor. I'm a side chick to get them bills paid, to get that bank account high, to get them savings up, to get that car note paid off, to get the whole bill paid off, to get all bills paid. Okay. I'm not in it for honor. I'm not in the military. Okay. You said there's no honor in being old and broke. So there's no honor in a lot of things that people do, but they still do them. There's no honor in people clocking into a work that they don't like. Okay. Oh, Masquerade. How he asked me for a chance, but I refused. Haven't heard from him in a month after I asked him not to contact me. Do I move on? Girl, it's been a month. You should have had 3, 4 of them by now. Yes, ma'am. I don't know why y'all sitting around waiting on people for a whole month. You could have been in a whole nother relationship with a whole nother new set of money. Okay. So, your partner is bad at planning and is last minute. Any advice? Be prepared for anything at any time. So this is a good way that you can go shopping. You can say, look, you're always planning stuff at the last minute and I'm never prepared. So I just need to have a bunch of stuff in my closet to where I can just grab it and go. All right, because sometimes I got to go shopping and buy new stuff if I know we're going to this place, or I need to go get my hair done if we're going to this. So I need you to buy me some wigs. I need you to buy me some clothes. I need to buy me some shoes, so that if your last minute decisions, I have stuff to wear. So you can use it against them and get your shop on, man. Or use it to go shopping, you know. So yeah, I was saying earlier in the video. Okay, you said you cash at me. Hold on. What's your name on there? Is it? Let me see. Okay. Thank you. Uh-oh, who is this? Gabrielle. For what to do when your wife finds out? Huh? When your wife finds out what? If your wife finds out, you better have a lot of money to ask her for forgiveness with money. Okay. Try to send super chat. Jay Lucas is name. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. If you get caught, you better have some money to pay for your forgiveness. Okay. That's the best thing I can tell you. You said there's no honor being with a broke man. There's no honor in that at all. So, you know, this is why I was telling y'all on my channel, y'all, in the beginning. Don't shame people for how they get their money. Don't shame people for how they operate in their relationships on getting to the bag, because people are different. They don't have the same moral standards. They don't have the same religion. They don't have the same belief systems. And they literally are molding their own morals and values to how it's going to work best for them to get where they need to go. So that's what we're about over here. We don't go by society's standards. We create our own, and we have our own set of morals and values specifically that work for us individually. We don't go by what everybody else tells us to do. And that's part of the reason why most of the ladies that understand that are more successful in getting what they want, because they're not trying to follow some patriarchal rules that have been set in place to not allow you to reap the benefits and get the most. Okay? So just think about it like that. You said, what do I think about dating a Muslim man? As long as he got some money and don't make me change my religion, I don't care. Because I don't really have a religion, but I'm not going to convert to any. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you can never legally marry a man he already married and not leaving. She Bob the Builder. How to stay unbothered when she complains about me not working. Tell her to go get a second job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. If y'all are in a poly relationship and one of the wives is telling you why you ain't working, say, I shouldn't be working if I'm in a poly relationship. Otherwise, y'all can have it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because I know dang well, I'm sharing a man. I ain't sharing no bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You better tell that man to go get a second job. I said nobody should be poly if they're unable to afford you. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be in that kind of relationship if that dude ain't even rich. You're just closing your options all up, girl. Okay. What is the maximum age gap for a happy marriage? I don't know. Everybody's definition of happy is very different, and everybody's reason for marrying is different. So it depends on why you marry. Some people marry just to be a widow. So their maximum age to be happy could be 95. You don't know. So it just depends on the person. But in general, I would say someone old enough to still do things with you, even when they're old. So I don't know, maybe 20 years. 25 years, 20 to 25 years, probably the max. But that's not to say that if it's more than that, it's not going to be happy. I'm just saying. I know, Shira, I discovered you recently, and I was already 2.5 years in, and I started to want his money. Okay, yeah. What hobbies and interests are necessary to level up? Anything anything that improves you and puts you around people and higher tax brackets. If you're doing a social hobby. If you're doing just a personal hobby, just anything that improves you and your cultural experiences and your intellect. You said your husband doesn't support you. He sides with his whole family. We live in a joint family system. Then I would side with a side dude. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And go be a part of another family while he's yapping about you to his family. You know what I'm saying? Girl, God, you could have a whole nother life on the side. Tell him you're going somewhere that he never wants to go, and then get you a little side dude. I don't know. Little sugar daddy over there. Because see, here's my thing. Some of the married women in here from different cultures, they want to know how to fix their marriage, their man. You can't fix your man. You can't fix your marriage. All you can do is go where you're appreciated until they fix themselves in order to allow you to know that they deserve you. Okay? You should cut off everything. Stop cooking, stop cleaning. Don't talk to them. Go places and don't tell them where you're going. Go on strike, man. If he's treating you like trash, treat him like trash. I'm not getting ready to cook for no man that's doing all of that. I'm not getting ready to clean up or wash no man's clothes. I'm getting ready to be out, have fun, come home, go to sleep, not even talk to him. I'm ready to do all of that. Why? Because if he's not appreciating you, why do you even need to acknowledge him? Y'all married women are going to learn how to make your man want to change by not paying attention to them anymore. We're not arguing with him no more. We don't care if he's with his family because we're going to be out doing what we want, right? Oh, talk to me, Sprinkle Sprinkle. You went out on 4 dates with a professional hockey player. I feel like our dates weren't well planned, so I ghosted him. He begged me back. Any tips? He's a hockey player. What do you expect? Don't they be getting hit in the head all the time and falling down? I think you're going to have to take charge on that. A lot of men aren't cultured on what dates are supposed to be. So honestly, are you really depending on a hockey player to plan the perfect date, ma'am? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just tell him what you want or plan it for him and just make him pay for it. And then he'll get a sense of what you like. And then in the future, he can plan them. Okay? Suggest y'all eat and go shopping. Okay, it's always good going shopping. You said, what about girls that can hardly date men because their culture in dating? Then date women. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know y'all gonna be mad about that. Honestly, why do y'all ask me questions that I can't answer? Just go for rich. Do it behind their back. Date other cultures. I'm gonna tell you to do the wrong thing. That can end up being the right thing. If I was in that culture, I'd be doing the exact opposite of what anybody was telling me. Like, I'm gonna do what I want. I'll just date somebody that's not in my culture then. You don't have to know about it. Okay? Secret lovers, man. Oh, Miss Asia, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said that's why you don't have morals. Exactly. I make up my own morals that work for me individually. Okay. Make your own morals, ma'am. If they don't make sense to you, don't follow them. That's just common sense. If something doesn't make sense to you, why would you follow it? It doesn't make sense. I'm not doing it. It doesn't make sense for me to date somebody if I'm not engaged to them. What? How am I supposed to know if you're worthy of my presence if I don't date you? How am I supposed to know if you're a provider if I can't see how much you're going to provide on this date? How am I supposed to want to be engaged to you if I don't even know what you're like as a person? So I'm going to date, uh, you know, if, and if you're in that culture, it doesn't make sense anymore. That's just a way of man to control women, like literally. And women are still going to go along with that for as long as they can because I'm sure there's money involved. But if there's no money involved, I'm gonna do what I want until there is some money involved. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Okay, you said you dated for 6 months and what? You got everything I wanted. Good for you. No sex. Okay. You just have to have confidence. That's good for you, man. If you can't marry the guy because he's already married, what other ways can I be more secure? By getting a side dude, man, that you can marry. Always have a backup that you are able to marry. Okay. So if you're dating a man who's unavailable for marriage, be dating a man who is available for marriage. That way, whatever you want to do, you still can do it. Okay. Do you really believe that all men cheat? Well, let's just say that I would not bet my life on it. I wouldn't bet my cat's life on it. I wouldn't bet a bug's life on it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So ask yourself that. Would you bet your life on it? That's your answer, man. And I always ask women that because they're in denial. A lot of women are in denial. Would you bet your life on it? That's good enough for me. That answer is good enough for me. If you wouldn't bet your life on it, then there's your answer. You said your provider asked me to move out and wait for 30 days so he can sort things out. Now he's being mean, and every time we talk, should I move on? Girl, he's kicking you out in a nice way and breaking up with you in a nice way. Just get the hint and get another one, man. He's trying to do it with less issues. He's literally breaking up with you. If you want to think about it, just make a clean break and go find a better one. If you got him, you can do better. Look at it as your chance to go get something better. Okay. Any advice for a 19-year-old to new at leveling up? Where can I find provider and should I even start? You should start dating men that are providing, especially like paying for dates, being generous. If you're going to date men your own age, it's going to be very hard for you to find a provider because they're so young. Unless they come from money. But at your age, you might have to date a little bit older in order to get something. But at 19, I would be more focused on having fun because when you get to a certain age and you're only dating for lifestyle and money, You have all of that out of your system of dating cute guys, guys for fun, falling in love, and all that kind of. You got it all out of your system by the time you get like in your early 20s or mid 20s. Then you can focus on the bag. But until then, at least don't deal with men who ask you to go 50-50. All right. Make sure all your dates are paid for. Make sure you don't reach in your purse when you're out with a grown, able-bodied man, etc., etc. Don't get pregnant. Use protection. Da 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 da. You said, what age should we stop having fun? You mean like stop dating for fun? When you tired of working, man. When you done working. Thank you, Jay. Sprinkle. Jay sent me some cash app. Appreciate you, Jay. When you're done working, man. When you're ready for lifestyle and tired of dealing with men who can't level you up. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. Okay. You said you're tired of working. I'm 22. Pretty boy. Okay. That's the age I was tired of working too. That's when I started to only date men that are providers. Actually, 21. But the age 22 is when I met the guy that I'm married to now. Okay. And I was not going for looks. I wasn't going for fun. I was going for lifestyle. Okay. Sprinkle. Yes, we have new merch. Get the merch, y'all. You get your sprinkle makeup or travel toiletries bag. There's a zipper and a little pouch inside. It's easy to wipe out if you spill something in it, like shampoo or get makeup in it. You can't really see it because it's black. It's a thick canvas and it has like this really good zipper. Sprinkle, dust-free era. And for all you ladies who like planning, we have a sprinkle planner. You can write your own dates in it. It's a monthly and a weekly calendar with a notes page. So here's the weekly, and then you have a whole notes page where, see if I can find it. The pages are thick, so it won't bleed through. Here's the notes page after each month, and then you have the front and the back. You can get hard or soft cover. So for example, if you don't like this flimsiness, you can also select hard cardboard cover if you want. So, and if you get like the glossy cover, you can literally use the back as a dry erase board because it's like, you know, nice and shiny. But yeah, get your planner. It's the link that says new merch, and I'll also link it here. I also have hats that say Make America Dust Free. I have t-shirts, I have wine tumblers, I have sports bottles, I have t-shirts, sweatshirts, golf shirts, golf balls, pickleball paddles. Dang, I have a lot of stuff on there. Towels, like for the gym. I have, I don't know, so much. Go check it out. Keychains. I have Make the World Dust Free for people that don't live in America. And those hats come in a different font, like writing. There's one in blue and there's one in pink. The writing is in blue or the writing is in pink. You can choose different colors for your hats. So if you don't like white, you could choose a black hat with the writing on it, or I think there's a tan one. I don't know. So you can kind of change the colors on a lot of the products if you don't like, you know, white. You don't want to get it dirty. So definitely get some of my merch if you're a little bit more demure. You don't want to do too much. You don't want people seeing sprinkle, sprinkle everywhere. I do have keychains. I do have like tumblers you can keep in your house. I have like golf balls, like I said, laptop covers, so you can put your, laptop in there. Uh-oh. Just sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 34. The guy you're dating is 43. He definitely has money and properties. He asked me what was expected from him. I told him nothing. I'm afraid I missed the bag. How can how can you recoup and ask for funds? Okay. Just start, okay, if you're still talking to him on the phone or texting him, start mentioning little issues that are going to build up where you're going to need to be rescued. So I always use like the fake aunt story or the tire story or something like about your car, but it has to be a fake story that sounds believable. So you'd be like, oh, my aunt called me today. She was coughing, the fake aunt. And I don't know, she's not feeling very well. But anyway, how's your day? And, I'm close to my aunt, da, da, da. Then the next time you talk to him, oh, how was your day? Da, da, da. Oh, yeah, my aunt might have to go to the hospital. So build up so that when you are finally on the date with him, he's going to be like, oh, so how's your aunt? I'm like, oh, she took a turn for the worse. I don't know if she's going to make it. Kind of sad about it. And she lives all the way in such and such. And if she, I don't have money to get there. Plane tickets are expensive. I have anything to wear. I have to take off work. I don't, I really want to be there because she did so much for me and da, da, da. So he'll be like, okay, well, what can I do? Can I help? Or if you don't want to do the aunt story, if he's an animal lover, start talking about a fake pet that you have and how they're not feeling well. And you might have to take them to the vet. The same old story. Then all of a sudden the animal needs surgery, just get creative with it, but introduce it slowly and build it up to where it's very believable and see if he can rescue you with money. Okay. You said if he's providing, now you have two sources of income. That's right, May. Does rich man really want a woman with no job? Yes. So they can spend all their time with him. If he ain't got to go to work, or if he can go to work whenever he wants, and he's going to want somebody that's free and has free time to do stuff with, if you're a rich man and you're like, okay, I'm bored. I want to go to lunch today. Oh my gosh. Or I want to go do this and I want to go do that. But who can I call? Who's available? Oh no, they're at work. Uh-oh. For second wife, better life. True. Yeah, because, okay. So Tina asks, second wife, better life. True, depending on the man, because either he learned from the first wife and he leveled up and now he knows what women want and he can, use that knowledge for his second wife by doing what it takes. Okay. And usually first wife is Barbara the Builder. They realize they don't want to live in that lifestyle anymore because they don't feel like a man. Okay. Thank you, Tina. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah, I say like most rich men don't need you to have a job. And let's say they want to go on vacation, they want to go to lunch, they want to go here, they want to go there. But if you're always working, you always got to find a way to get off work and stuff. It's going to get annoying after a while. So they just need you to be free. You know what I'm saying? Unless they want a professional woman to bring, money into the relationship, or just for status. Even if you were a volunteer somewhere and didn't bring in any income, as long as you had some type of title to impress their friends with, you could say, oh, I'm the head fundraiser for such and such charity. That sounds like work, but you're not getting paid, and that man's going to provide. you're rich enough to walk around and, you know, do fundraising and stuff all day. You don't have to have a job. You just have to have something to do. Okay. So if you don't have a job, always just say, oh, I'm very active in my community. And sometimes I help with fundraising and, volunteering sometimes my time. It's mostly nonprofit, so there's not a lot of money involved. That way you sound like you're doing something, you care about something, you have a passion for something, yet you ain't paying for nothing. So I hope you have his wallet. Ah, 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 ah. Goddess Eleanor says, how do you stop being depressed and low self-esteem? You're beautiful, but not living to potential or getting all I want. Um, I always say visit a place that makes you feel lucky to have the life that you have. So get in your car, drive around to a less fortunate area, and see what people that have way less than you are going through. Maybe you'll see somebody walking in the heat, with their groceries struggling. Maybe that'll make you feel happy to have a car. Maybe you should go walk around and, to the some areas and see how people are begging for money on the street. Maybe that'll make you feel grateful for the life that you have. But sometimes people get into a place where they have too much and they don't know how to appreciate life anymore. So perhaps you should go and help other people or see how other people are living so that you can have more gratitude for the life that you have. A lot of people that are feeling that way should literally go and help other people. That will always make you feel better. Also get some exercise. That also may help you feel better. Okay. Uh-oh, Tamia, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 21 dating this guy, was 30, he has money, and he's a provider. Oh, you're 21, sorry. And you're dating a 30-year-old. He keeps asking me my age and said old enough to drink, but he keeps asking me both dating for marriage, don't want to mess it up. Okay, so he thinks you're younger than 21, obviously, and he wants to make sure that you're legal so he doesn't go to jail. So plus he's 30. He wants to know your age. I don't know if you look 21 or if you look under 21. So he's either dusty and seeing if you have some type of career, if you're old enough to have some type of career, or if you're old enough to be legal. Either way, hopefully you say he is a provider. Just tell him your real age. After he falls for you, tell him your real age. He's not going to care. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Empress, thank you. Appreciate that. If you look 21 and he keeps asking how old you are and you told him, then reassure him. Like, look, I'm 21, about to be 22. Just add that in there to make it sound more legit, okay? Thank you, Empress. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I wouldn't marry I wouldn't marry anyone until I was 25 and up because you don't really know what you want yet. I know you want a provider, but you should have also options of providers. But yeah, you could date, and then maybe when you're 25, you make the decision if you want to marry or not. But I'm definitely not getting married in my young 20s because their 20s are for fun and to getting to know what you want in life. You say he thinks I'm 23? Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. He's still dating you. It doesn't matter. Just avoid the subject and talk about something else. A lot of y'all ladies, I don't know why y'all lie about y'all's age. I always tell people my real age because I'm proud. I think people that lie about their age are insecure. I'm never lying about my age. In fact, I might tell you I'm older than what I really am. Or I might tell you I'm my exact age. But honestly, I'm not trying to lie about my age. And some guys won't even ask if you look legal. If you already look legal. Some guys don't even ask your age because it's not very nice. He said, how old am I? I'm 45, ma'am. Going on 40, 25. 40, 20. Yes, I'm 45 years old. I'm going on 25. Sprinkle, sprinkle. In my mind, okay. You have a rich fiance and I got a restraining order on him. Now I want him back. How do I go about it? No more restraining order in place. Girl, that's too much. That's too much drama to be going back and forth. Start over. Like, honestly, start over, ma'am. If that relationship is that toxic, start over. Stop going backwards. This is a lot of people's problems. They don't know how to do better and level up. They just keep going back to eat their throw up. And I say that because it's true. Stop going back to eat your vomit. Stop going backwards to eat your vomit. You throw it up, leave it on the ground, and keep moving. Okay. Always keep it moving. You said what you said, now keep it moving. That's literally it. Because if you keep going back and forth, men are going to realize you don't know what you want, you don't know what you're doing, you're emotionally confused, something is wrong with you, you don't have standards. Keep it moving, man. Go find someone that has good qualities and forget that. If y'all know me by now, I know a lot of y'all are new on my channel. We don't go backwards on this channel. If they're not chasing you, they don't want you back. And you know what I'm saying? If they're not chasing you with a big old wad of money and everything you wanted that you didn't get before, we're not looking backwards. We keep it moving forward. We don't go back. Always be the one that got away, not the one that keep trying to come back and beg their way back in. Okay, what would you rather be known as? The one that got away or the one that won't go away? Okay, think about it. I'm always the one that got away. I don't go backwards. Okay, what if he did something wrong? Then he better pay for it financially. And if it's not enough for you to forgive him, take the gift anyway and say, no, I changed my mind. I can't go back. Sorry, bye. I thought about it and the answer is still no. But thanks for the gift. There you go. You said no true engagement or marriage talk after 4 years together. Lost cause, he's mid-20s and I'm late 20s. Okay, first of all, he's younger than you and y'all are still in y'all's 20s. Men don't like getting married in their 20s, ma'am. So my suggestion is dating other people who are more marriage minded, probably in their late 30s or early 40s, maybe. Or you're in your late 20s, you can be dating much older than that. I'm not dating no man in his 20s. I'm not trying to marry no man in his 20s. Way too young. Okay. You said he got money. He gives you money, gifts, and gentlemen, but he hasn't bought you flowers. So I bought myself flowers and got delivered to me at work by someone, and he got jealous and quiet. Well, now he knows that you like flowers, and he'll probably do the same very soon. Okay. You said, what if he's actually 25 and pays for everything? Is he paying for the lifestyle that you want in 10 years? Like I always ask women this. Is what that 25-year-old paying for now is how you want to be living in 10 years. Or are y'all going to stay there at his 25, 26, 27-year-old salary? Like, how long do you want to stay in that position? Are you happy? Are you dating for love or lifestyle? Like, that's the questions I always ask women. And y'all have to answer that for yourselves. Okay, your condo and his house are fully paid off. How do I make him buy my mama a house? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just sneak it in there. I'm like, what do you want for Christmas? Oh, a down payment to a new house for someone, my family. And then like make him say, well, when she leaves, the house will go back to us anyway. So it'll be like just letting her live there until, she dies, and then we'll get the house back. So just make it seem like an investment. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or a tax write-off or something, child. I don't know. Thank you, Isabella. Thank you for being a member. So make it appeal to him business-wise. That would make it a smart idea. Do your research. It's like, oh, you could put some of your money invested in that house, and you won't have to pay taxes on it if it's just sitting in your account. And also, we'll get the house right back. Anyway, so it's a really good deal. And plus, if not, she's gonna have to move in with us. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Investment, you'll get the money back, save on taxes, or she's moving in with us. Your mama should have a house very soon. All right. This guy tried to help me find a job instead of providing, even though he's invested money on expensive dates. Should I, girl? Did you tell him you don't want to work? Because he might really think you want a job. Like, sometimes you got to spell it out, because these dudes are not smart. Not in that way. They can't pick up on the subtlety. So you need to be like, you know what? I wish I didn't have to work. Pause. See what he says. It's like, I'm so tired of looking for jobs. I wish I didn't have to work. I wish you would just take care of me. Okay. You said realistically, when do men grow up? Like, they are so childish. They grow up when you make them accountable and make sure that they are providers. You said, why are men so nosy about how often you have sex if you're married? Because they want to see, if they get married, if the sex is going to slow down. They're doing research when they ask those types of questions. Okay. It's like, oh. You said in Europe, the culture is 50-50. Change the culture, ma'am. Change the culture. You know, they call people influencers because they influence the culture. Influence the culture, man. There's enough European influencers out there to change things if they wanted to. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I can't restock this one because it was only a limited amount. So if you got it, you got it. But we do have ones that say Make America Dust Free. We do have ones that say Sprinkle, Sprinkle in pink. That looks like this on the YouTube merch. You'll see it under the videos. We do have like Stanley dupes, like tumbler cups on the merch that's beneath the video. Um, I think I have both merches, like both merch links linked in the description, so y'all can look through both to see what y'all like. So I have 2 websites for merch. I have the Zazzle and then the Spreadshirt link. Thank you. Patreon, I'm saying Patron. Patreon members, you can ask me stuff in private if you're like tier 2 or 3 and up. You get all the posts that are on there, and there are some books, like PDF books on there. And so you can ask me personal questions on there. Here, you just get recognized, and I see your chat more. Oh, SPRINKLE. And there's videos on YouTube that are for members only that everyone else is unavailable to them. So you can do both. Depends on what you want. Culture changes where people change. The culture wasn't always the culture until it became the culture because people brought change to the area. See? So if you want to change the culture, you have to influence it in masses, in droves, with fervor, unrelenting. It has to be something that is not going to go away. Then it becomes part of the culture, and then the culture changes. So for my women in Europe or places that culturally go 50-50, y'all have to decide if y'all want to influence that and change it. It's up to y'all. It's literally up to the women. Whatever the woman wants, the men will bend to it. So if enough women influence the culture there by saying, no, I'm not going 50-50 anymore. No, I'm only dating guys that are full providers. No, I don't care what the culture is. I care what I want. If you want me, this is what you got to do. If enough women started doing that, the culture would change. And it will change super fast because of the internet and how much it is spread and how fast it is spread. So it's up to y'all. I can't do anything from over here but influence y'all to influence them. Okay, I've changed culture here for sure. I definitely have changed culture in America. I can say that. So if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, I remember when I started my channel, Pick Misha was like everywhere in lyrics of songs. Pick Misha was talking about how she holding her man down and how she was a ride or die and how she'll, do all this stupid stuff. And I was sick of it. And I did something about it. I got online and started saying, stop being a Pick Misha. I made up words and everything. Wrote books. And today, 10 years later, the culture has changed. It took a while, but it happened. My daughters don't have to grow up in a society where they're expected to be a Pick Misha. It's now an option and a slowly dwindling one. Okay. I'm just saying it because it's the truth. I have so many videos that go 10 years back. And if you look at the timeline and the type of music that was out, the type of mentality that was out, the type of videos that were out at the same exact time, you can see the evolution and the shift. Okay. You're in Asia, you're trying to find a man, you better go find somebody that has some money, man. Go to business owners, tourists. Okay, Aliza says she lives in Dubai where most women are after the bag. These men are picking up on it and keep saying they're tired of and looking for genuine women. How to differentiate myself from the other women? Tell them no women in Dubai are genuinely looking for them for love. They're looking for money. All the women in Dubai are looking for money. Just tell them that, okay? Why else would they be there? Thank you, Tina. Sprinkle. Like, just be honest with them. And they might think that at least you're honest and real and genuinely honest and real. That's what I'm going to do. Like, look, sir, most women that live in Dubai are here for the money. They're not here to find true love. And if they are, they move to the place where there's a lot of rich people to find true love. So what are they really about? True love and money? So definitely just tell them the truth. Because a lot of men want to think that women like them for them. If you're not emotionally supportive, if you're not, if you're not all the things that a woman wants in a man, except for money, then a woman will never want you for you. If you're not sensitive to her needs, if you don't listen to her, if you don't know what she wants, if you don't hold her hand, if you don't listen to her, cry and rant, if you don't, do all the things that most men probably don't want to do, then pay up because it's cheaper and less time consuming. Think about that. If you have money as a man and you want a woman to like you for you, you're going to have to put in work that you don't want to put in for a woman to genuinely like you. So if a woman said, I would genuinely like you if you bring me flowers, listen to what I say, respond to what I say, emotionally support me, hold my hand, go with me here, go with me there, dress up in couples costumes, all this stupid crap, take me on romantic dates, do this. A man is not going to want to do all that if he could just give her some money. So for a woman to genuinely be interested in a man, he has to genuinely be into her all the way and be a provider. So most of the time, men aren't, sure what they're getting into when they ask for it because it's a lot of work. You said they got to go to therapy. Now, they would have to literally become obsessed with you as a woman in order for you to genuinely like them for them. Oh, Darlene, sprinkle, sprinkle. How do I know that he actually loves me and still don't believe him? If you don't pay no bills and don't clock in or work anywhere and you can go shopping and do what you want and you cuss him out and he'll still forgive you. And no matter how many times you try to get rid of him, he won't go away. That's how you can know. All right, there you go. Put him to the test. Yeah. Who cares if he actually likes you? Why y'all asking these questions on the wrong channel? Yeah, we don't care. Just give us the money. We can figure that out later. Just get the money, man. The money is the goal. Okay. The money is the goal. The money is the goal. Liking and love is the added bonus. What's wrong with a man paying a bill? What's wrong with paying a man's bill? If you're a woman, oh Lord, she here to represent the pig beaches. Okay, Barbara the Builders. Nothing is wrong with it, Barbara. Nothing is wrong, pig beacher. Nothing is wrong. Carry on. Nothing at all, man. Okay. Not a thing. Keep them homeless men clothed and fed. He ghosted me and came back just to see me, but then I got tired. What? Then you got what? Tired and blocked, but still how to move on. By getting another one, man. Replace. Just replace them, man. That's how you move on. You move on with a different one. You said it's called being a supportive wife. Then support him all you can, man. Support him as much as you need to. That's cool with me. I mean, I have no problem with you paying a man's bill. It's not no money out of my pocket. Can't stand a mama's boy with evil, jealous mama. Oh no. Sorry you have to deal with that. Jasmine, some people's standards are a lot higher than that, and some people's aren't. So, depending on your standards and what you believe and your personal morals and standards, the life that you choose to live, the bills that you choose to pay is literally up to you. We're not arguing with you. So, if you like to pay your man's bill, pay him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's just giving your man more money for his side chick if he ever decide to get one. So you know. Okay. Side chicks don't care. They're like, girl, pay that bill so I can get my bills paid. There's a whole cycle of how things work. Wife pays man's bill. Man saves money. Man pays side chick bills. Side chick pay her bills with married man's money. That's just how it works. The circle of life. The circle of life. Oh, she shack sprinkle sprinkle. Should you worry if he had a fiance before you? No. That means at least he's capable of almost getting to the altar. Sure, I got a little too tipsy and my provider, with my provider. How can I come back from this? I don't know. Hopefully you didn't do nothing crazy. Just blame it on the alcohol. Play that song, blame it on the alcohol and laugh about it. You know, own it. Tell them you're not going to do that anymore. Mm-hmm. I missed some super chats. Hold on, baby. Hold on, hold on. How do you detach from your boyfriend? He is a great provider, but he is talking to other women. I'm emotionally attached. I want my power back. Get you a side dude. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get you a man on the side. It's like he's talking to other women. You need to be talking to other men. Come on. Y'all know this. There's nothing you can do about that. He's going to do him. You do you. Okay? Just stop getting emotionally attached to someone who's not as emotionally attached to you. Otherwise, you'll always lose. Always. Should be talking to other men. He doesn't take your relationship that seriously, obviously. So you're taking it more seriously than he is. Therefore, you're losing. Oh, Alina, sprinkle, sprinkle. Why do older men go for younger women? 10-year difference. Because I think it depends on what age they are. A lot of older men are, depending on how old they are, like 50 and up, they're going through their midlife crisis and they want to feel young again. Younger than 50, they want a woman they can kind of control, guide, and mold to what they like, because women their own age have opinions. So it just depends on why they're dating the woman. You know what I'm saying? It could be many reasons, but those are usually the top two. God is why I really put some thumbs up. That's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, y'all. You said the Cash App SheRaSeven. Thank you, girl. Let me see. Did I already answer it? I might have. Do men still think about love first? No, they never thought about it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They thought about lust. Do men still think about love first? Girl, not in this dimension. They thought about lust. Went on 2 dates with potential sugar daddy, and we agree on allowance to start before the 22nd. He hasn't sent it. You have a date tomorrow. How do I bring it up? Bring it up right in the beginning. That way, it will be uncomfortable the entire date. And if he wants to keep you, he got to go to that ATM, man, or to that bank, or give you some information to ease your mind. Make sure he sends it with some paperwork attached to it. So like, oh, well, email it to me real quick, or text it to me, the deposit thing, so I can know, because I really don't want to start paying the bills and the money's not in there. Uh-oh, Danielle, thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. So just bring it up at the beginning of the date, like before you even sit down. Oh, Yasmin, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Sure, I recently got a job where I can finally afford going to nice places, where to go alone without giving desperate girl vibes. I try fancy restaurants, but I feel awkward sitting alone. What do you think? Sprinkle Sprinkle. Okay, try to sit the bar at the fancy restaurant, sit at the bar. Or you can do a more casual place in the rich side of town. You know, like sports bar when there's sports playing, you know, probably less women in there and more men. So that'll be easy. And usually men go to sports bars either alone or with another guy friend. So there's less competition or less women. So find a sports bar, because football season is about to start, ma'am. I don't know. Do you live in America? Okay, football season is about to start. They're all going to be up there. So get in where you fit in. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sometimes they'll be up there. Sundays are good because a lot of people like to go watch the game somewhere if they don't watch it in their house. So I would say Sunday afternoons are good for sports bars in rich areas with football season. So some of y'all weekend ladies that can only go out on the weekend, y'all are in luck because football season. All right. Or if you can actually go to a game. I'm not into sports that much, like football or nothing. But if you know, if there's men there, I can pretend, you know what I'm saying? So go somewhere where they're watching sports or an actual game, or somebody invites you or whatever. He said, I don't know if it's personal, but are you happy? Does this life mindset keep you? Yes, I'm happy, girl. My kids have everything they want. We could travel anywhere we want. Like, we can shop anywhere we want. I could drive any car I want. I mean, I can eat at any restaurant I want. Literally, I'm free. You know what I mean? So, I mean, happiness, most people are happy when they can do what they want. So I'm very happy. I can literally say, I'm sick of all of this furniture, snap my fingers and have all new stuff. I can literally move into a whole nother house. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's happy because you're free and you could do what you want. No, nothing is holding you back. You don't have any obstacles. So when you reach a certain level and you're free, that's happy. Because you can make other people happy with your freedom. And you could teach other people how to get free too. So, of course, I'm happy. Having money equals freedom. Exactly. Y'all keep, I never said don't have your own. Exactly. If y'all look at me, my example, just look at my example. When I got married, I didn't work. I had kids. I raised my kids. I stayed home. I didn't do anything. Out of sheer boredom and out of sheer being upset that I kept seeing so many women working versus out there shopping with me, I got on YouTube and made a channel. And fortunately, you know, you're able, at first I did not get paid by YouTube at all for years, you know, and fortunately, you know, you could get paid through YouTube now, but I had this lifestyle before I got on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I did not ever have to work. And the money that I did make from YouTube, I just put it in my savings or created businesses, you know, cosmetic businesses or other types of businesses that you can literally run online with like 3 emails a day. I wrote books published through Amazon, and that's it. It's literally it. You said, is my marriage sprinkle, sprinkle? What do you mean, is my marriage sprinkle, sprinkle? Of course. I don't pay no bills. Okay. I don't know my name. You don't know your name. How do you ask for a car while playing victim? You got to have a good lie about what's happening with your old car, or if you don't have a car at all, you got to have a sob story. And you have to say, okay, well, I'll take this type of car. But then when you get to the car dealership, you run to the nicer car. It's like, oh my gosh, I love this car. So they can't tell you no. So you lure them into the dealership with a blah cheap car that you see in there. And then when you see the car you really want, you go run over to it. Especially if you know they can afford it. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you're emasculating your man by making him do all the hard work. Girl, I think your wires are crossed, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway. Yeah, her wires are crossed. Don't pay her no mind. So anyway, I save all my money, and my money is going straight to my kids. So we live on James's salary. That's my husband. But I make sure my money is saved in the bank, secure, and definitely keep it building. Okay. Myself. It does not go to a man. It's just in the bank. Girl, my bankers be calling me talking about, what we gonna do? You want to invest? You want to do this? You want to do that? Because I don't have to spend my money. So therefore, it's mine to keep. And it's for doing something that I love and that I used to do for free for years. Oh, X lyrics and audio, sprinkle, sprinkle. Imagine getting paid for something that you do for free. Like, there are people that stay on the phone for longer than I have a video. There are people that give people advice all day, every day, just random people. You know, there are people that do things because they like to do them. So for many, many years, I was on here doing the same thing, literally for free. Okay. Okay. Anyway, we're not paying attention to the troll. You know, she's just here to ruffle feathers. Don't worry about her. Let her take care of the homeless. It's okay. Somebody got to do it. Uh-oh, Raquel, sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, you said you secured an allowance with the tips you got on how to enchant a man on a date and not interview him video. Thank you. He also mentioned he can't wait to be intimate with me. How long to wait? Girl, you can string that out for a long time. And you can even tell him you're going to string it out for a long time because it builds up the anticipation. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be like, probably okay with that. So you got to do it in a seductive way, though. Like, you know what? Just let him know he will get it, but tell him that you're going to make sure that he earns it in like a dominatrixy type way. Yeah, that's a good video. I think that's one of my best videos. How to enchant a man on a date and not interview him. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. You said you hate when people say money don't bring happiness. That's only people that say that are people that either don't have money or people that already have money and aren't happy with themselves. I was already happy with myself, baby. I just needed the money to make it extra. The money will just enhance you. So if you're already a happy person, if you already know what you want in life, if you already got goals and plans and stuff like that, the money is just going to fuel you. People always want to treat money like it's a bad thing when they don't have it. Girl, get your money. It just enhances who you are. Hey, you ragdoll painting, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thanks for being a member. You said a woman should serve a man only if she's a waitress and getting paid. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Period. Until she could find her sugar daddy to take her out of that job. You said it's in the Bible? Well, it can stay in the Bible. It's not staying over here. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Do you know that you could serve your man all you want and we don't care? Go ahead, man. We don't care. Do what you got to do. We're not here to argue. If you want to serve your man, serve your man. Don't mean we gonna do it. Okay. She said, Soft and Spicy said she will serve him these bills to pay. I know that's right. You said the Bible literally made up by a man. Okay. Somebody says it's a man acting like a woman, trolling, probably. How do you ask your boyfriend for some money, new relationship? You got to insinuate that you need something and see if he provides it for you. That's how you could test his provider mode. If it's on, suggest something that you need. Like, oh, I really need this, but I can't get it right now. I have to wait. See if he steps up to the plate, gives you the money for it. How do I ask my boyfriend first? Okay, I already answered that. How do you pronounce? Okay, what if you're on a dinner date, but you can't pronounce a certain menu item? You better type it into Google Translate or Google and like go to the restroom or put your phone on low and have the Google pronounce it for you. Or just point to it on the menu. You know, like if you just can't figure out how to pronounce it, when the waiter comes and you have your menu, like, okay, I'll have, where was it? Can you tell me about this item right here? Then he'll pronounce it for you. Someone says, look up the menu before you get there. That's what I always do before I go anywhere to eat. I'm looking at that menu online for sure. And make sure you're aware of, that you're online looking at the menu to learn how to pronounce it as well. Sometimes I'll look on the menu online, but I'm not thinking about, oh, do I need to know how to pronounce it? I'm just looking to see if there's something that I can eat on there. But yeah, it's always good to look at the menu. Get your pronunciation on. But if it's too late and you're already there, just point to it on the menu. Thank you. Appreciate it. You said a 67-year-old man wants you to move abroad with him. He's giving me allowance. Girl, where? First of all, where? Second of all, you're only 21. Girl, now you hold out for somebody with more money. Don't leave the country with that old man. Just tell him you'll come visit if he continues the allowance. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, you said Mr. Super Chat. Thank you, Danielle. Okay, I think I said that. How to safely date when looking for a provider. Why do you always ask me about safety? Girl, tasers, pepper spray. They sell all this stuff online. Just go buy it. Keep it in your purse. All women should have at least a pepper spray. Mace, pepper spray, keychains that could turn into weapons. I don't know. Someone says stay in public, don't go to their house, all that, yes. Someone says dusties are more dangerous. They are. Go to Amazon and get all the safety things you need, ma'am. Okay. Or just go for the eyeballs. If it comes down to it, get them eyeballs. They can't catch what they can't see. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Use your nails. Or some of y'all got them stiletto nails. Them weapons right there. Okay. You said eyeballs or just balls? Kick real hard. Okay. Or to have a guy pick you up and not at your house when, okay, now, oh, to know where you live. Okay. Y'all can meet somewhere like at a public place and, you know, something like that. A park nearby, a public place, a parking lot, gas station, like a nice gas station in the nice area. Somewhere where you can probably leave your car or just meet up at the date itself. It just depends on how safe you feel. Because I'm not telling you where I live, like, if I don't know you that well. Or you're not going to feel welcome to just pull up to the house. You know what I'm saying? So. I'm not doing it. Anyway. So, yes, ladies, pygmishas and dusties will get mad at you for leveling up and living your lifestyle, leading by example. But then after they see how successful you become, they'll start listening and they'll start doing the same thing. And at least they'll learn from watching you become successful at whatever it is you were trying to do. And they can't really doubt it afterwards because you're living proof of, you know, the lifestyle that you chose. So definitely don't care about what people say. Ignore the haters or the people that are doubting you and continue to do what you got to do so that you can literally be a living example of how the sprinkle sprinkle lifestyle works versus living as a pygmisha or a Barbara the Builder. Okay? Because a lot of times people really just want you to prove them wrong. A lot of times people literally want you to prove them wrong so they have the courage to go ahead and do what you did. And I'm talking about as far as leveling up. We're not talking about the trolls because the trolls are just trolls. They're not serious. So I'm talking about the people in your life that you may know that may have a problem with the lifestyle that you've chosen and the way that you've chosen to think. They really want you to prove them wrong so that they can have faith in, you know, a better future for either their kids or, you know, they can change as well. Thank you, Mitha, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I appreciate that. You went to some expensive restaurants for dinner, but they are all filled with couples. Okay, did you go on a weekday in the daytime or did you go in the evening or on the weekend? Because weekends are couples nights. sit at the bar and go during the weekday. Okay, Darlene, Sprinkle Sprinkle, you're 23, want to move out by myself for the first time, but she does, so does my boyfriend. At 25, he said he'll pay for everything, but I kind of want to live by myself. Okay, so go live by yourself. Tell him he can pay some of your bills, but he can't live with you. Thank you, unknown user, Sprinkle Sprinkle, for the super chat. Thank you, darling. Just tell him you want to live on your own and he can visit. Mm-hmm. You said you're 23, you never been on a date, and you're not very pretty. Okay, well then get pretty. Get you some of this Liquid Finesse by Heaux Cosmetics, spelled H-E-U-X. Link is in my description. Put some makeup on, get your hair done, get your nails done. Spray this on before you go out, wherever you're going. And this will attract more people to talk to you, to interact with you, men especially. There's some other pheromones on there where you can get men to lust after you. Get some of them and go out. All right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. There's always a way to do stuff. You just got to figure it out. Mm-hmm. You said, what age do y'all think men mature? After 55. Some after 60, man. It just depends on how far behind they were. Okay. You said, what are my thoughts about Proverbs 31 woman? I don't know. I don't memorize Bible verses like that, but as long as it say get your money, I'm for it. Make him pay, I'm for it, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They have different sizes. Just look up Liquid Finesse. They have different sizes of it. So this is the big bottle. They have purse sizes, Liquid Finesse. Just look it up on their website. And use my discount code SHERA. All caps, SHERA. One word. You can get a little discount. What should you do if you're not that bright? Read, study, listen to videos that help you. That's what you do, man. Learn. What to do if your boyfriend no longer wants you to be a provider, or no longer wants to be a provider and was my only financial security and support? Go get another boyfriend, man, that wants to be a provider. Where's your backup plan? What if your tire doesn't want to be a tire and pops? Don't you have a spare tire? All right. Get you an extra. Just because she don't want to do something no more, don't mean somebody else don't want to do it for you. These don't really smell like anything. It smells like fresh air. So you can combine it with perfume, whatever perfume you want. What do you do with a potential provider? You said potential provider is disrespectful and doesn't have manners. Well, then I'll just go to my other provider until that one learns some manners. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Just tell them, like, If you saying potential, they haven't even provided yet. So just wait till they, you know, level up their manners and just date your other provider. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, I'm trying to read this because you didn't put no spaces. So your ex is insecure. It causes arguments, but I need his help. Um, so you need his money. So tell him about himself, ma'am. The best thing you can do to an insecure man is read him. That's the best thing you can do for a man. Read him for what he is. Say, look, I'm sorry that you are so insecure. That is a you problem. You're not going to ever change unless you decide to do better for yourself. Stop using me as an excuse as to why you don't feel your best. If you're that insecure, you don't need to be in a relationship. You don't need to be around people until you get yourself together. You need to like just read him real good one day and say, I've tried to deal with you as much as I could, but this is an issue that you have to solve by yourself, because no matter who you are ending up with, you're going to have the same exact problem because it's you. You don't feel adequate. You don't feel like you deserve me. And I understand. You probably don't deserve me. But I'm still here to get this money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all you got to do. Just call him out for it. Then he'll start to think, okay, well, if I act less insecure, maybe she'll like me more. And then, you know, he'll start to like analyze it all, and then you'll get your money. Okay. I got sprinkle, sprinkle hats on my merch website. They're different. They're a little bit different. They say sprinkle, sprinkle in pink. And then I have one that says Make America Dust Free. And you can get them in black or white. Just go hit that link. I will link this one, or you can get the Make America Dust Free, and also have the ones that say Make the World Dust Free if you don't live in America. That way, you know, the world will be dust free. Okay. You said you had to say this to a man before. It's true and it works. Yes. If you call them out on their insecurity, they will be more mindful of it. Which pheromone perfume do I recommend? Okay, well, I have been using the Finesse spray, and then I've been using the Provocateur and the Secret Weapon kit, but you can buy it alone too, Provocateur and Liquid Finesse. There's another one, I forgot what it's called. I had a sample of it, but I believe they're sending me some more to test out. But the one that's been working the best is Provocateur and Liquid Finesse combined together. Like I use both of them. Yeah, there's two hats that say Make America Dust Free and Make America, Make the World Dust Free. And one has blue writing and one has pink writing. I have like blue stuff and pink stuff. If you're not a pink girl, I do have stuff in blue. If you're, you know, if you like more universal looking colors, I do have like a navy blue section on the store where everything is like blue and white. So it's kind of like really old money, classy. And then you have like the pink girly section. And then you have just, I have wine openers. I got everything, like wine openers. Let me see if I can show y'all some of this stuff on this new merch. Some of y'all have seen it in the community section. I think y'all will really like it. Cosmetic bags. All that good stuff. I really think y'all would like it a lot. Let's see. Let me pull up my store. Period. Okay, see. There's a wine opener for you wine girlies. It says Sprinkle Sprinkle on it. It's pink with like glitter. There's a towel. There's like a bath towel. Oh shoot, I hate the little pop-ups. There's like a bath towel, a gym towel, a little cup. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff. Thermos. I'll show y'all the blue stuff too. Oh, there's a little cute sprinkle thermos, water bottle. Keychains. This is sprinkle. And let me show you a little blue section. Okay, so here's my blue section where you can get all the bougie blue stuff. Bougie blues. Little wine tumblers, computers, sleeves, cards, luggage tags, golf club covers if you're extra bougie, whiskey glasses, coasters, bottle openers, air fresheners, and that hat I was telling you all about. So that's the blue section, and then there's a pink section. Okay. You're suspicious that your new sugar daddy has someone in another city. He goes to weekends, work trips. I haven't said anything. Should I say something? Uh-oh, Raquel, sprinkle. Sugar daddy or boyfriend? Committed relationship or just sugar daddy? Because if it's just sugar daddy, it's not really your business. Sprinkle. You know, that's the agreement. If it's your boyfriend and y'all are in a committed relationship and he's sneaking around, that might be an issue. But if he's just your sugar daddy, you can't really say that because he's just a sugar daddy. So you should, when he gone, you should be doing what you do, ma'am. Yes, the sunflower goddess, the man should always be worried about you, not you worried about him. Exactly. He feels secure leaving you alone for the weekend. Then he's not as attached to you as you are probably to him emotionally. So that should be your time to be like, yes, I'm free. I can go do what I want, you know, not you worried about him. And you may be feeling like, yes, I'm free. I can do what I want. But then in the back of your mind, you might be like, is he with another girl? The question is, are you with another guy? You know what I'm saying? I'm not restocking this hat. I might later on, but not right now because I'm trying to get the other merch. You can get a hat with this on it. You get a hat with Make America Dust Free, Get the World Dust Free. There's hats that just say sprinkle on it and under the channel merch as well. So the funny thing is when I came out with this hat, so many people didn't like it because it was too plain. They're like, oh, you need to put some glitter and bling up on it. I'm like, no. That is not the way. Okay. And a lot of people don't understand why I won't put bling and glitter on it until they understand why I won't put bling and glitter on it. Sprinkle. Yes, it's supposed to be classy, not trashy. It's minimalistic. It's very mindful and demure. It's not doing too much. Thank you. You said the Pick Misha version should have glitter on it. Okay. We're not making that version. All right. You say he's delusional. He don't want to believe it when you say he's insecure. He's too immature to correct his behavior. Okay, well then just move on and get his money, ma'am. Just move on for another. Because I'm not dealing with all that. I don't even like to work. I'm not dealing with somebody else's problems. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting paid to do it, so I'm not doing it. All he wants to do is have an emotional interaction with you. That's all he's really trying to do. So we say, look, you're insecure. If you don't accept it, that's your problem. I need this money. I'm not getting ready to put up with your craziness. Go find Pygmies. You're not getting paid enough to deal with that. You know, you can go get money from a whole nother man who is secure. Like, this is why I don't deal with people that are complicated. Okay, it's not that hard. In fact, it's very simple. You like me? You want me to keep liking you? All right, then. You know what to do. We're not finna go back and forth on this insecurity stuff. If you're that insecure, you don't deserve me, and you're telling me. So I gotta go. That's literally all he's telling you. He don't deserve you. That you could do better, and I wish you would listen. Get someone else's money, and you can get whatever money he's gonna give you. Okay, I might bring this hat back since y'all love it so much. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I appreciate y'all like wanting me to bring it back. Okay, your man just bought you a brand new washer and dryer with a pedestals and AI features to apologize to me. Okay, Miss Nina, sprinkle, sprinkle. Make them put in work. Just got engaged. How to get him to make more money. He provides with what he has, but he needs more because I want more. You should tell him, you know what? Since we're engaged and we're going to be married and possibly bringing children into the future, you're going to have to really step up and maybe apply for a higher paying position or get something, you know, a side hustle or a second job and start like majorly saving. Like, approach it in a nice way that it's like talking about the future and see what he does. Because a lot of times men think when they marry, you're marrying them at that level and it's good enough. That's why I say don't marry nothing broke. And you got to marry something that has what you want right now. So when a man marries you, a lot of times, especially if you don't have this conversation prior to the marriage, they will stay exactly where they are until you push them to the next level. So you need to let him know before y'all get married that what type of lifestyle that you want, so that he can be sure that he can give it to you. Because if he can't give it to you, he doesn't think that you want him exactly as he is now, and only because he might not have ambition to go any higher in life. He might think, okay, I got everything I want, a wife, mediocre, you know, income or whatever. I don't know how much he has, but he might just be done. So you need to have the conversation with him that he needs to be thinking bigger, because you'll never be happy in that marriage, and he'll never be happy in that marriage if you wanted more that he can't give to you. Okay, so have that conversation. Oh, thank you, Lydia. She sent me a cash app. Sprinkle, sprinkle. For Sprinkle Sprinkle, you taught me everything I know. Oh, thank you. Oh, Linda, not Lydia. I'm sorry. Thank you, Miss Linda. Yay. He said, don't commit if you don't see that change. Like, yeah, exactly. Some people don't realize, like, when they get married, you're supposed to marry into the lifestyle that you want, not into the hope. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Make it that a habit from now on to teach your daughters to marry into the lifestyle they want. And, you know, if the man can give you the lifestyle that you want at the time that you're married, you know, as a person, you're going to grow and they're going to grow. So the lifestyle can definitely increase, but make sure it's what you want right now too. Okay. What do you think about dating a younger guy? Is he rich? Is he paying all the bills? Do you look better than him? Okay. You see, should you date a guy at work? It's corporate America. Does he make more money than you? Is he the owner? Is he the boss? Is he able to provide on the dates? If you should not date him anymore, is it going to be awkward after? That's the questions you should ask. Do men still come back if they're the ones who left? If they like you, they'll be back. If they don't, they're not coming back. If they like you, they'll come back with gifts and money. If they couldn't find anyone else, they'll come back to see if you'll take them back. But you don't let any man return that left with, you don't let them return without money or gifts. Lots of money, gifts. They have to buy your forgiveness. That way, if they decide to leave again, they know they got to pay to come back in. And that'll deter them from either leaving or trying to come back the next time. But at least you're getting something out of it and teaching them a lesson. Don't come back here unless you got something in your hand, something to offer me. And it'll also keep them from trying to come back again, especially if you make it expensive. Okay. What do you do if a guy keeps saying he's busy? Listen to him and understand that he's too busy for you. Okay? When a guy says I'm busy, that means I don't want to see you. I'm too busy for you. Go find something else to do. And I know it's harsh, but it's just the truth. Because I bet you if someone called him or texted him that he was really super attracted to, he wouldn't be busy at all. So I would just take it as he's too busy for me with someone else. Or I'm not worth making time for. That's what he's trying to tell you in a roundabout way. You're not worth making time for, and he's too busy with someone else and does not have time for you. So just move on. Like, I'm not getting ready to entertain that anyway. You too busy? Then stay busy. Bye. All right. Is driving to Texas really that bad? Girl, you could drive through Texas and still be in Texas a day later. And in Houston, you can drive an hour and still be in Houston. There's a lot of land out here. You're going to be driving. All right. Oh, Soul Sprinkle Sprinkle. Do I tell him I was married once? Not unless he asks. And who cares if you was married once? You're not married now, are you? Then it don't matter. Don't TMI. Don't give too much information. Remain mysterious. Okay. You ain't married now, then why bring it up? Who cares? They tell me I have too high standards. That's because they can't reach them. Aim higher, ma'am. Aim for men in a higher tax bracket. Let's say you make this much money. They need to be making this much money. Aim higher. That way your standards aren't that high to them. They're just normal or expected. Okay. Why do they get mad when leveled up? Oh, they get mad when you level up and they can't reach them standards no more. They want to try to bring you back down to impress you with standards that are lower than your standards, which will never impress you. Okay. Men think if they can lower your standards that they can get in and y'all will be together, but you will never be happy with them because you had to lower your standards and everything they do is going to be subpar to what you expected in the first place. So it will never work out. Just stick with men that can meet your standards. Okay. If your standards were fine dining and they keep taking you to Applebee's because you settle, you're never going to get the fine dining unless you cheat, unless you go out with somebody else. That's the only way you're going to get there unless you take yourself. So stop lowering them standards. It's not worth it because eventually, you're going to regret it anyway because you weren't true to yourself. And you're gonna look at him and look at yourself and be like, I used to have standards. I don't know what happened. You let him down for a dusty. That's what happened. Don't do it. Okay. How to politely charge them when they come back. Okay. So if they come back and they say, oh, I'm sorry I left, or I want to see you again. Can we meet? It's like, sure, meet me at the mall. There's these new shoes that I want to try on. Or sure, meet me at this store. There's this new bag that I like. Or sure, hold on one second. Let me send you my Cash App. There you go. How bad do you want to see me again? You know, and your goal is not to get them to pay. Your goal is to get them to understand that it's expensive to mess up with you. That's your goal. If they really like you, they're going to do whatever it takes to get back in. If they don't, if they're just coming back because they're bored or the other one is busy or the other one is gone, then they will dismiss themselves and you don't have to worry about that. We don't get excited when people come back. We get excited when people prove themselves to us. Okay. So, for example, any man can ghost you and come back. That's not exciting. What's exciting is if they can prove themselves why they are back and are they here to impress and meet them standards now. If not, they can go back to wherever they came from. You know, a lot of men think women are desperate, and when they ghost them and come back, they'll be like, oh, where you been? I can't. Unless that man is giving you money and you're just using him, why would you get excited that he came back if he has nothing to offer? You said, but they're just going to call me a whore, but they're never going to call you broke and desperate, man. They can call you all the names they want, but they can't call you when they want you. And they can't call you broke, and they can't call you dumb. They can't call you pygmisha. They can't call you Barbara the Builder, and they can't call you stupid. They can't call you a lot of words. I'd rather be called something that's not true than be something that I don't want to be. Oh, nobody, Nady. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I'd rather be called all the names that they try to pit against us, and I wear it and seduce money right up out of them and spill it in a different way. Oh yeah, I am wearing that Heaux Cosmetics liquid finesse. I sure am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now give me my money. Why? Because anything that people try to use against you should be your fuel. Okay, you can't call a woman a whore because there are no whores without Johns, without men willing to pay, without men desperate enough to beg and plead. Okay, so takes two. Is it possible to attract a provider man as a plus size woman? Sure is. Not all men want anybody, not all men want the same type of woman. You have to make sure that you're well put together. You have to make sure that your nice appearance is nice. Hygiene is nice. All those things, you know. Plus size is just a different size. He said that insult doesn't offend me anymore. It never offended me. I was like, it doesn't mean you're going to get what you want just because you call me a name. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What to do if provider man expect you to pick up small tabs under $10? Then ask him for his credit card. Say, well, I'm going to need a credit card to pick up them small tabs under $10. And, you know, you could just pay the bill. Because them $10 be adding up, man. Be more offended if he's like, wow, it was so easy to get you back. Exactly. They got to work for that, man. Sure. How can you look like a model? What are some tips? Study models. Study models, man. That's some tips. You want to look like one? See how they do their hair, their makeup, the kind of clothes they wear, how they walk. That's how you look like one, by studying one. Okay. If a man happily sends you money often, how do you kindly ask for more without sounding pushy? Be very thankful for what he's giving you, and then just like, you know what? I wish this was enough because this is so sweet, but I really need this much money to do what I'm really trying to do. Pause. Then see what he says. Well, how much more do you need? Um, don't be a pick me shit. Exactly. Mm-mm-mm. Is it pick me shit to give a guy your number? We were carried away and forgot to exchange contact. If he's not looking for you, then he didn't want it that bad, man. If there's a way for him to contact you, either online through social media or whatever, whatever, let him come to you. If there's no way for him to ever find you again, I mean, and you think that he really liked you and that he's ready to spend money, then perhaps you can like one of his pictures on social media and see if he notices it or something. Like something very subtle. But other than that, don't chase no man. You said you met at the bar. Okay, well, if he's not looking for you, you don't need to be looking for him. Or go back to the same bar and see if he's a regular. And then maybe he'll try to get your number again. Is Pygmacia better or Barbara the Builder better, hypothetically? Well, Pygmacia is desperate. Barbara the Builder, at least, is the type of woman that has hope for a better life and wants to do more with her life. But Pygmacia just want a man. So I believe Barbara the Builder is somewhat better than Pygmacia, only because she has her mind in the right place, but don't have the right man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She's like one step from just getting a full provider, but she feels like she has to pitch in and work because she doesn't feel like she deserves a full provider, or that the type of man she wants will not pay 100% for her because she is not leveled up enough. So I think if Barbara the Builder got leveled up all the way, she could take that 50-50 and turn it into 100% provider. A man will provide for her, but she has to have more confidence and put more effort into her looks and how to get stuff out of a man versus her corporate job or goals as far as building up with some grown able-bodied man. So I definitely think Barbara the Builder has a better mindset than Pygmacia, and it's probably easier to find a provider on the next go round. But Pygmacia, she got a long way to go. All right, because I've seen Pygmacias, and they have to live and learn. You said, but what if putting effort into looks takes more money that you don't have? Well, then do the stuff that you can do for free. So, for example, if you're trying to improve yourself, you can work out for free. You can exercise. You can take care of your skin. You can drink water. You can read. Study, learn the mental side of it. As far as watching the videos or reading online books or whatever. You can do everything you can for free. And as far as looks are concerned, you could borrow things from your friends, your family. You can use what you already have and rework it. I like to use Pinterest sometimes and see the clothes that I already have in my closet, make new outfits with them that are, cute. So you can download Pinterest for free. Put in like one of the articles of clothing that you may have and want to make an outfit with in your closet. And a bunch of like little Pinterest boards will come up with all the different outfits you can make with like typical clothes that most people have in their closet or whatever. So that's what you could do. You know, work on your health, work on your mindset, work on your physical body, work on, you know, using what you already have. And once you do that, you'll know how to navigate once you start getting money. You know, you'll know how to put stuff together once you start getting money. Your habits will be good because you're going to be creating good habits. And so when you finally start to gain more money, then it's just going to increase what you're already doing. And you're already going to be leveled up and it's going to be faster for you. Okay. You're at the Ritz-Carlton in Palm Springs, prime sprinkle land. Okay, Mia G, sprinkle girl. Have fun. You said look like Audrey Hepburn, but act like Marilyn Monroe. What if he was 100% providing and for years? Now he want to stop because he got money issues. Well, then you lose the money, you lose the woman, man. It's like, okay, well, let me let you figure out your financial issues. I got to go. Somebody else will provide for you, man. It's that, you know, somebody else will. It's too easy to go out alone. All you got to do is put your clothes on, get your purse, and walk out the door. Go sit anywhere you want, in any place you want, and act like you actually want to be there. Actually, you want to be there. You want to taste the drinks. You want to explore new options on the menu. You sit at the bar. You know, if you're not going to a restaurant, wherever you're going, you want to be there. It's your choice. You know, you're having fun. You're living life. You're not there trying to look desperate to see if any men are going to come talk to you. You're there for you. So learn how to take yourself out and have fun by yourself. And other people will catch on to that. Oh, she's having fun. She looks like she's enjoying herself. Let me go say hi. Okay. You don't ever want to go out looking desperate like you're afraid to be alone. Because that's the one thing that men will pick up on. Oh, she doesn't want to be alone. She's uncomfortable. You know, easy target for a narcissist, definitely. So you want to look confident, like you want to be there and like you're having a good time. Like you're there on purpose and you're not there out of desperation or trying to look for something. You're there because you want to be. But be there, be present, and have fun. There's nothing wrong with being out alone. You know, men do it all the time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Shu, what do you do when your provider provides a fake tennis bracelet? Throw it in his face and tell him, I only like real jewelry. It's like, this is nice, but I only wear real jewelry. I do like it though, if it was real. That's what you would tell him. And then never wear it. What are the rules for sexual activities when dealing with providers? If you still paying bills and you still clocking in, you don't open them legs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Until you have been heavily invested into and you feel comfortable, safe, secure, and trusting in order to do so. And that if he doesn't call you or deal with you afterwards, you still win because you got all that stuff paid for. You still came out ahead, you know. So because he heavily invested into you. So you leave with more than what you came in with. Chances are if he's invested in you heavily, he ain't going nowhere. So money, money, money first. Yes. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you can't afford to leave, that should be your first hint and clue to start stacking money. And you should always have stacked money from day one that you ever move in with some grown, able-bodied man who's giving you money. You should be stacking it. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if you trust a man that much to not stack money on the side, you better than me. Okay? Because I don't trust nobody enough to live in their house without having stuff that I can easily say goodbye. I'm on to the next. So, ladies, always have money. Don't spend it. Just have it. Okay? Spend his, save yours. Always keep it. Take his and put it in your savings. Whatever you do, keep stacking it so that when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you can leave. Okay? It's like your free ticket out. And you might not even have to spend that money if you just replace them with another man. You could continue stacking money on top of that money. Okay? He asked if I like flowers. I said yes, and jewelry too. Was that too far? No. Perfect. I've gotten jewelry before I've gotten flowers because I was honest. Okay. You said, how do you get out of the debt as a heavily debt as a 21-year-old? You meet an old man and ask him to pay it off. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how I got out of my debt when I was 22. I had like a couple of credit card bills that were like high and a car note. There you go. Meet the old man, ask him to pay it off. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You 21, you can do it, man. If I did it at 22, I know you can do it at 21. All right. Mm-mm-mm. So, the right one, the right target, man. You gotta have the right target, though. Do I know any places in Houston specifically to meet providers? Everywhere, except the bad part of town where everybody's broke. Go to the rich sides of town. Go on your computer, go to Google, and look up richest zip codes in Houston. Make a list of all the zip codes, right? And look up restaurants in this zip code, or grocery stores in this zip code, or join the Rotary Club for that zip code. So there's lots of places where people make above a certain amount of money. Google has all those demographics and information for you, so you know exactly where to go. You'll have a list and you can get to it, ma'am. Zip codes are number one because they will lead you right to the area. And there's not a specific place if you're going to go freestyling during the day, just running errands, doing normal everyday activities. You're not going to want to look like you're looking. You're going to just want to look like you're there. You know what I'm saying? So it looks more natural and authentic how, you guys meet instead of being awkward. Somebody said stay away from 6th Street. Okay. Should you work in a cigar lounge? I don't know. Do you need a job that bad? I wouldn't work there. I gotta go in a few minutes, y'all. You said any fictional book about marrying for wealth? Probably all the romance novels that have ever been written, except for ones that are based in poverty. All the Disney princess stories. Most of them, at least. except for Aladdin. Okay. You said how to deal with cocky rich guy, or is he considered a dusty? I really wouldn't deal with anybody like that. They'd have to be like, liking me like a way, way more. So I really probably won't deal with anybody that doesn't like me way, way more. It's not something that I want to waste my time doing. Somebody said Disney books. Exactly. Yeah, Disney books. What if you don't want to get married but take care of me still? Let him take care of you while you go find your husband, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let him go take care of you while you date for husband potential until you can replace. You don't have to know. If he is already married and doesn't want to marry, just find somebody else or convince him to marry. Or, if he's rich, get pregnant. If he ain't rich, find somebody else. A lot of men were like mad because I tell people to get pregnant if their man is rich. Thank you, Tina. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't be getting mad. That's just the game. For Dusty, X says he misses me after years, no contact. Okay, well, tell him to prove it with money. Thank you. Show me how much you miss me on my Cash App. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, men don't like when women trap them with babies. But if you're a rich man and you're sleeping with a woman, you're potentially saying you want to have a baby with her, because nothing is 99% effective as far as birth control. So there's always that chance that you really still want a baby if you're practicing. Oh, Kenya, how do you feel about having become a role model for so many women, even internationally? Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I feel like I'm glad people are listening and loving themselves more and raising their standards. I feel like as a whole, women should want more for themselves. And so I'm just happy that they're listening and doing what they got to do. Okay. How Jasmine says y'all are broke. Well, then give us some money, Jasmine, since you're giving your Dusty some money. Put some money up here, and since we all broke, but you got all the money. I'm sure you got plenty since you're paying for grown, able-bodied men. All right. What not to do in a relationship, or is it stupid? What? I don't understand that question. Yes, no, Jasmine, you're broke because a lot of us work and keep our money to ourselves. That's true. Bros, they mad. They send police to check up on you and for harassment. Would you rather be handcuffed, leveled up, or give your money to a Dusty to avoid popo? Neither. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Honestly, I'm not going to be in that situation, and I'm not answering my door. I'm not doing none of that stuff. They just going to have to wish for some other results. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, how to vet men to find out if they Dusty or not without straightforward. Well, ask them where they went on their last vacation. Usually Dusties can't really travel to nice places and stay in nice places, so that's going to be a huge indication. So, okay, so where'd you go for your last vacation? Where'd you stay? Do you have pictures? If they're Dusty, they probably say, oh, I went to, I don't know, wherever they went, ma'am. But you'll know the difference. You'll know how they speak, how they walk. Just let them talk. You could tell a Dusty man and how they talk. If they're negative, they're very negative, they're Dusty. Most people that are rich and successful are more positive and solution oriented. So if they have a lot of excuses, if they're negative, if you know, if they're trying to impress you more than they're trying to like impress you more with lies, you'll be able to tell once you start talking about something where there's an opinion involved and whether they're going to be negative about it and focus on problems versus solutions. So therefore, you could tell right away when a man is dusty. All he has is excuses, negativity, and his mind isn't very open at all. Okay. So just talk to him for a little bit. You'll get to know him. Ask him some questions that are triggering that will make him go into defense mode or negative mode or excuse mode. If he doesn't come up with excuses, if he's positive about whatever you've talked about, if he's solution oriented, he's probably not dusty. Oh, Vixen, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Appreciate that. How can I ask for more money after the first date? Oh, how can you ask for money? You got to come up with scenarios so they can offer to help you, man. So you lost your earring on the date and it was diamonds. And see if they try to buy you some more. Thank you, Tia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I got to go now, y'all. For Dusty X says he misses. Okay. Tina, that's you. Okay. Tia says, fake tennis bracelet, wait until trip to throw it at him. No, girl. Don't wear it. Just don't wear it. If he asks you where it is, say, oh, you know what? I don't have it. Just tell him your arm started breaking out or something, or just tell him that, you know, you can't wear it because it's fake. Just don't wear it and see if he says anything. Just don't wear it. See, you're not getting mad about the gift. You're getting mad that it's fake and you know it's fake, so you don't want to wear it. It's like, no, I just don't really like it that much. You know, it's not really my style. I prefer real jewelry. Just do it in a nonchalant way like that when he asks. Then he'll be like, it's like, no, I really don't want to wear it. It didn't match anything I had. I thought tennis bracelet goes with everything. Yeah, but you know, it's not real, so I don't like wearing jewelry that's fake. Pause. Leave it alone. Leave it alone like that. Okay. Then he'll have to make it up to you and buy you something real. Thank you. I'm getting ready to go, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all remember, get the merch. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get your little makeup bag. Get your planner. Get your hats. Get your everything. Get your tumblers. Get your coasters, wine openers, bottle openers, whatever. Have your sprinkle, sprinkle merch so you can represent. Remind you of who you are. All right, I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Get y'all Make America's. You said, yeah, Make America Dust Free. There's hats that say that if y'all want that, and then there's hats that say Make the World Dust Free if you want those. Just go look around. I'm gonna link my merch. I have 2 merch stores. This is the newest one, and then the other one is attached to the YouTube, and also both of them should be in the description bar. All right. Thank y'all, everybody. See y'all later.